It's only Tuesday. You gotta wait
How
until
does
Thursday
this
for that.
relationship go on? Jesus.
We are live.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
We are live. Welcome, everybody. I play our little cool little intro we do.
Woohoo!
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Oh, there we go.
Now, Sean had to unmute himself.
Oh no!
You're still muted, Sean.
I thought this was a staring contest.
Yeah, I'm
Like
gonna
what?
win that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I love
no.
awkward silence throughout.
If it's a staring contest, I should take off my top.
No,
No.
you should not.
Hey,
Jen,
that only
remove
for
your
me.
top right
Only
now.
for me.
Yeah, that's for Marty, Jen.
And the good folks on OnlyFans.
What?
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
You're good.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody, to the Horror Hangout live stream. And we have our special guest this month, Mr. Phil's Creepy Videos. Welcome.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Yes.
And with us always is the horror miser, Monty G.
Yay!
Hell
We
yeah!
got Trivial Theater.
Whoop, whoop, whoop! Gonna bring back the Arsenio Hall.
We got the Irishman, the Trash Picture Show in the house.
My Irishman, Sean. My Irishman.
Aye.
I definitely don't want to screw that up.
I'll cut you, Sean.
And we got the highly entertaining Jen and Christian from Jen's Views from the Grave.
Hello.
Welcome.
So this week we're talking all about this month. We only do a monthly show. I couldn't handle this every week.
Lord knows we don't. Imagine a daily basis of her. What hell would that be?
That's Marty.
Oh, Lord, my brain. My brain.
Marty, I feel you,
your
Marty.
brain would be fine. Stop complaining about your brain.
And this month we're talking all about physical media in horror, and horror collectibles. And we're gonna do a little discussion about physical media, and I'll get into that in a little bit. It's gonna be an interesting discussion, I think, because we got a couple serious collectors here. We got a great cast here to talk about this great, interesting topic. So we'll start off with, let's see some of your favorite horror action figures, guys. We'll start off with our special guest this month, Mr. Phil's Creepy's Videos. I know he has an awesome collection.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff.
Yes.
How
You
did
see
you
it?
notice?
Like this one. Get him down. The deadly
Wow, look
spawn.
at that.
Ooh,
Awesome.
That is gorgeous.
The deadly
Sexy
spawn.
thing.
I love that movie.
So cool.
Opposable.
Yeah. So they did a really good job on this. I think it's Luke Welch made this.
Is that a custom or is that actually a
Nope.
company?
No, it's from a company. These are on his site.
All official.
You can still get those.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like the Mezco MDS line. This is the new little leather face from
Nice.
Mezco MDS.
Love that.
Yeah, I just saw
Aw.
those a couple weeks ago.
Those are
Yeah,
Somebody
the
had one.
Mezco MDS are good. The Reagan's really
Does he
good.
have a face that feels like skin? Does that feel like?
Maybe a little bit.
Regan.
Regan, yes.
Love that.
That's awesome.
That
Yeah,
is
so
awesome.
she just, I have the sitting legs on, so she just kind of sits over the edge of the shelf there.
You mean her head doesn't turn around backwards?
It actually can, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Does her mother
Nice.
sew socks in hell?
Yeah, her mother sews socks in hell, yeah.
Good.
that's how I heard it.
No.
Something about
Yeah, no.
And then I like the little screen grabs from like movies. I have quite a few of those little screen
Oh.
grabs.
Ooh.
Wow, I love that.
That's neat.
That's gorgeous.
Neat.
You know, hammering the guy over the head.
Where'd you get that from?
Badass.
I don't know. It's Mezco.
No.
Mezco screen grabs.
That is
Very
neat.
awesome.
But yeah,
I just read what he put up there.
I got a lot of stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. That's funny. Leatherface looked like one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Wrong. I'd watch it.
Because they had so much plastic surgery, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Facelifts.
A lot of stuff. I just got this Chucky 2 Jack in the Box from Spirit.
Oh,
Oh, I saw
Nice.
that when I went there, yeah.
Wow.
That new
And they had the
Leatherface
Michael
from
Myers
Spirit.
with the hedge, you know.
Oh yeah, I got that
Yeah,
over
the
there.
hedge.
Yeah, he's over there. I'm a sucker for those royal baubles.
Those are cool.
All right, somebody else go now.
How about you, Marty?
I have nowhere near the same level of what Phil has, and a majority of my collection goes mainly into science fiction rather than horror. But my two kind of favorite pieces are from the same movie. This is my NECA Kessler werewolf.
Oh,
Nice.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
pretty cool. I actually adore the thing I love the most about him is actually his box, because the artwork on
Yeah,
the box.
that's
I don't
awesome.
know if this was, I don't know if this was ever a cover on the VHS or a movie poster, but NECA really knocked it out of the park by using that image. And
That
then
is really cool.
the other thing I have is this sort of toys bust.
Oh, nice. That's a rare one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, again, nowhere near as impressive as Phil's collection.
Hey, that's
And
very impressive. That Soda Toys one goes for good money.
Yeah, I kind of
They're hard to get.
Oh, sorry,
They're hard
Phil.
to get. They're hard to get right now.
I got it a while back. I got it for a steal on eBay. One thing, if you're ever buying stuff on eBay, make sure you spell it wrong, because someone who puts something up on eBay with the correct name, they know what they have. But if they spell it wrong or get a detail wrong, they don't know what they fucking have. Therefore, they'll probably ask for peanuts for it. So that's one little thing I learned when you're buying stuff on eBay.
No, that's interesting.
But yeah, so I have a Michael Myers, I have NECA Michael Myers, NECA Freddy, NECA Jason, Ash, Pennywise and stuff, but these are my two favorites in my kind of collection.
I'll
of
give you
figures.
200 for the Kessler Wolf right now.
No, not a,
This
not
isn't
a hope.
eBay.
Welcome to the live
We
auction.
want to hear
portion of-
250.
I know this is an auction.
I get 250, 50, 55, 55,
Yes.
55, 55.
There we go.
Sold American.
I was surprised you didn't bust out one of your alien figures. So
the thing is, I've so fucking many. So many
Which
aliens
one?
and predators. I'm like, which do I choose? Like, I would have brought my Red Queen up, but she's a pain in the hole to kind of stand because she needs a tripod for her head and her torso. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just go with these two. But when it comes exclusively to horror, these are my two favorite figures.
That's pretty badass.
Those are
They
very
are.
cool.
How about you, Jen and Christian? What you got?
Nothing. We got nothing.
Absolutely nothing. You go first.
Absolutely nothing. The whole room, like, we don't have a setup, but I'm more into posters. That's my jam, as you can kind of see. But I do have this pretty cool bub from Day of the Dead. Am I showing it?
Yep.
I have this as for figures. I don't have a lot of figure. I have like little statues and stuff, but you know,
you more so collect like resin statues and stuff of that ilk more so than figures.
I do, and a lot of the just stuff from like Fright Crate. I got a lot of stuff from Fright Crate, but like I said, posters and artwork is where, oh god, if I went somewhere, that's where my money would go.
That's your weak spot.
That is my weak spot. So, but
Me too.
you have a few things. Me too. Yeah.
While I am a big figure collector, I also am someone who has very limited funds. So, as much as I would love to have like a nice horror setup, cool robots who turn into cars kind of have taken my take my priority more so. So I don't have a ton of stuff. But one of my personal favorites is one you actually got me for Christmas, which is this gorgeous Joe Nada from They Live, Rowdy Piper. The elite, this is the I believe the WWE Elites one. Just a gorgeous figure for probably my favorite Carpenter film, and I love everything about him. Plus, kind of an old. One of the older ones I have is actually found these at a Goodwill or a yard sale a while back. Some retro Toxic Crusaders.
Oh,
Nice.
those are cool.
Yeah, but those are like the most notable things. Like I said, Transformers kind of takes my priority when it comes to figures.
You
so
got some of the old school Transformers, like the OGs.
Oh yeah,
some of the Gen 1.
I got a few G1 stuff. I have stuff from a lot of points in the franchise.
He has shelves, just a whole shelf, just lining up the whole wall.
Yeah, it's besides horror movies, it's my other big spot is Transformers. So.
I just remember them being so well made, you know, when I had them like they're all metal and stuff. Now you look at them, they're like garbage.
Did
Plastic crap.
Because some 9-year-old was a fucking pussy and lost her eye. That's why we don't get fucking diecast Transformers anymore.
Or any spring shooting missiles or
yeah.
fists.
What about darts? None of those.
Shot his eye out.
Yep, I remember that one. Poop, poop. Oh, can't have that happen anymore.
Mom, I just lost my eye. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
You got two of them.
Ruin it for all of us.
Little bastards. Imagine children having toys.
That's kind of a novel concept. Toys are for old people now.
Yeah, toys are for old people with disposable income. Sean, stop doing cocaine.
Unless it's horror cocaine, and then we'll allow it.
If you must know, I'm a little under the weather today, so yeah, I might take
For the record,
break and
no
blow
one
my
should ever
nose.
do cocaine.
That's why his nose is running. He's
Here
under the
in
weather.
Canada,
Yeah.
weed is legal, so if you
We
live
understand,
anywhere,
Sean.
if you
long
live
as you
where
share with
weed
the
is
class
legal, just smoke
afterwards.
weed.
I hope you
Need
brought enough
something
for
to get
everybody.
through this show, you know.
You can do it. You can do it all night long.
All right, how about you, Monty? You got anything for us?
Unfortunately, all my horror stuff I got back when I was growing up during the 70s, and after we moved out, I lost all of it.
Ooh.
So I had this nice set piece from Dark Shadows.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's a nice piece, but unfortunately,
But since then, you never thought, "Hey, I'll get into it again and buy a few pieces here and there," or you just are like, "Okay, it's all gone. I'm never doing it again."
Yeah, well, I thought about it, but then unfortunately, parenthood.
Let's just say you got kids.
Life took over.
Yeah,
Monty,
life
be
took
silly.
over.
They don't need to eat that much. Once
It's
or
true.
twice a week.
It's true. You just give them a little bit of like chicken scratch.
That's
and a
why
water bottle, they're
Christian
good.
is so thin. Ah,
You give them a weekly allowance and tell them, with this money, you have to buy me new horror collectibles.
Monty should get an allowance too. Come on.
Absolutely. Instead of starving children in Africa, it's your horror collection that's starving Kermit.
Yes.
I can hear my my son's mother talking about what the F you blankety 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 blank some blankety blank heart blankety blank blank.
Well, no, it's a teaching opportunity for your kids. You know, you just say, now, Johnny, we're gonna this is for you, but we're leaving it in the box because that's the best way to play with it.
Is look at it on a shelf.
It teaches them perseverance.
It does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Daddy, what are the strings coming off this man's severed head? Nothing, honey.
No, my son, he would. No, my son, he probably played with it like he did with the Teddy Ruxpin bear I bought him.
Did he put a death metal cassette?
Yeah, just put a
Teddy Ruxpin.
Best thing to fucking do.
The only reason I want a Teddy Ruxpin is just to slam a bunch of 80s hair metal.
Coming out of a Teddy Ruxpin is a thing to fucking behold.
Careful, that could be the next horror slasher movie. Teddy Ruxpin.
I know, yeah. You hear that they did a teaser trailer for Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Oh, jeez.
Oof.
It's a life goal. Throw in Judas Priest like painkiller right into a Teddy Ruxpin. Like I can die happy after I've achieved that.
I actually like
in my bed, bitch.
the Goldilocks and the Three Bears segment in Dead Time Stories.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Me too, actually. Dead Time Stories is underrated.
It is.
Okay, how about Trivial Theater? Do you have any collection to show us?
I'm afraid that I'm not much of a collector. What I have I'm a big fan of ducks. Like
hell yeah.
So I've got oh shoot, hang on, sorry. not my face. I got these two horror ducks. I got Beetlejuice, and apologies about the color. And then I've got Reagan, and I'm pretty proud of them. They're pretty cool little pieces.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Like she's got like pea soup, and the dress is all ripped. And I mean, you know, Beetlejuice is just looking badass.
Awesome.
And it's not horror per se, but I'm gonna call it as horror. I've got the killer rabbit from Monty Python's Holy Grail.
That's great.
With real teeth-biting action. So,
Triv, do you take the ducks in the tub? I would.
When I can, I do, but they're so top-heavy, they don't float very well. They end up upside down, which I suppose, you know, in a horror vein is good because they'd be dead. But
there you go.
Get some food coloring. You can make the water all bloody. Wee.
Fun times in the bathtub.
Absolutely.
Good, clean fun. See, Marty, I don't always have to be a degenerate.
Just most of the time.
No, just around me. Just around me.
You bring it out in her, Marty. I'm just saying.
I got some fun stuff. I got Elm Street 2, Freddy.
Nice.
Badass.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Sean, is that the one that comes with the two dogs?
Yes, it does, yeah.
I love those two dogs.
I got the Mezco Halloween Michael Myers.
Nice.
Yes.
Still in box too. Good job.
Yeah. This is probably my favorite. I freaking love these. Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode.
Those are good ones. Yep.
Love them.
Oh, and my favorite new one is this. I love. They did a great job with the Dracula.
Nice.
Nice.
I got the color one. There's two different ones.
I was about to
There's
ask,
Yeah.
the color
Very
one and the
cool.
black and white version.
I want the Wolfman.
I'm gonna get you to Wolfman. Wait till Christmas, honey.
Wait, is Marty?
Elvira,
Is
Mistress
that
of the
code name
Dark.
for Marty?
Nice.
Marty has that one, right?
They,
Yeah,
They-
that one.
they-
That's pretty cool.
They just put out a new one of that where she has a red dress.
Oh,
yeah.
It's basically the exact same except her dress is red.
That
Cool.
and
I need it.
Probably the rare one, I bet you.
There's a Christmas one coming out as well, Phil, where she's in a Christmas dress.
It's a Santa
and
suit.
a little goblin that's dressed as an elf.
Nice.
Aww.
that's sweet.
Got the Hammer Dracula.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's cool.
Oh,
What's
Migos.
that, Mego?
Yeah. This one I just got the Plague of the Zombies on.
Nice.
Great trigger from a great movie.
Got the Pinhead.
Nice.
Nice.
That is the closest I've
This is
come to pulling
signed
the
by Doug
trigger.
Bradley. Said I see you
I have
in
gotten
hell.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is so cool.
I have come
Yeah.
so many times so close to actually getting that thing.
Pinhead from Bloodlines, because that's clearly the best movie.
Agreed. Yes.
What's up, Mr. Dan?
Hey, Mr. Dan.
I've actually seen someone do something wonderful with that. They took the NECA Golden Girls Betty White and put the head onto that body, and oh my god, it works. It works fucking well.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
That's genius.
Hey, Mr. Dan.
Oh, Mr. Dan.
What's up, Mr. Dan?
Hello.
Got TYTD reviews in the house. We got Full Moon 1973. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome in.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Hello.
Okay.
Popcorn.
Tonight we're popping the collectibles.
Yeah. You guys got any cool celebrity autographs or pictures of you with horror celebrities? Any stuff like that? Anybody who wants to go?
Actually, go ahead, Marty.
Okay, so I got my cousin was over in the States back in 2005. He was at a convention. Not only did he pick me up if chins could kill, he got it autographed for my 21st birthday. So I'm fucking happy about that.
That is
Lovely.
awesome.
That's beautiful. It just sucks. I didn't get to meet Campbell myself, but it was pretty cool of my cousin Bernard to do that. So
Very cool.
Lovely.
We actually have a couple things.
You go first.
Okay, hang on one
They're
second.
right over there.
Yeah, hang on one sec, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, let me. I have probably this is like one of my things that I bought. I got Christian a shirt, but what I got we both got something for Christmas this year. I got Mr. Angus Scrimm's signature
As
on
well
this.
as Reggie Bannister.
Yes.
Nice.
Gloria. This is like my crown jewel on the thing. And then you didn't bring it over, but
I forgot to bring it over, but I have a old Fangoria shirt that has Gunnar Henson, Kane Hodder, Doug Bradley, and I'm forgetting who the fourth one is. Kane Hodder, I believe. So, but yeah, it has several old horror signatures from an old con that I forgot to bring over.
And I also have Mako Hughes' signature from Pet Sematary. It's from Fright Crate, but it's still very cool because it's one of my favorite movies. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And for me, also from Fright Crate, but love the dude. I'll talk about him more when we get to the documentaries. But Mark Patton's signature from Elm Street 2.
Nice. Who's next?
Monty.
Who's next?
Yeah, sorry guys, no autograph memorabilia. Best I got is just my interviews with Deborah Voorhees.
That
was
pretty
really cool.
freaking awesome.
That was
Yeah,
really
nice.
cool.
Yeah, when I interviewed her the first time, and then interviewed her last year. So that's the best I got.
That's pretty damn awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I did a show with her too.
Yeah, very, very, very friendly. Always willing to make sure she has time for the fans. You know, she's very down and out. She's funny as hell too.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
Is it my go now?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's me with Felissa Rose.
Wow.
You're just pulling out a photo album now. It's like we're watching your vacation slides.
It looks like the same place where Brad met her.
And then here's me with Felissa Rose doing the face.
Oh. I've heard she's super nice.
She is very nice. I've met her
is.
lots. And then I went to a con and took this basket case mug with me. And then Kevin Van Hentenrick signed the top and put Dwayne Bradley on the bottom.
That's great.
Very awesome.
So cool.
Ooh.
And I do have a picture with him holding it. And he'd never seen it before, so that's cool.
That's always
good.
neat.
And then 1 second. I took my Sleepaway Camp Angela figure to the con just this last year, and then Felissa Rose signed it Felissa Rose
Nice.
and put Angela.
That's great.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Wow.
So that's pretty good. I do have other signatures, but they're in an album. So that's what you get today.
Very cool.
How about you, Triv?
Mine's not strictly horror, but they covered a lot of horror stuff, and it's actually kind of an interesting story. So the Mystery Science Theater came out with this book called The Amazing Colossal Episode Guide, and I picked up a copy used off of like Amazon's used book page, and I opened it up to the front page, and it was signed by damn near all of the people.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Holy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just I whoever Jamie was, I don't know what happened, but it's like, dude, your loss is my gain.
Dang.
That's awesome.
I thought so too. Yeah, that's kind of all I got, but it's like nice happenstance.
That is awesome.
Badass.
That's badass.
That is cool.
Very cool.
And the story's neat too.
Oh yeah,
It makes
the
it
story
even
is
neat.
what makes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody's signatures that they showed or lack thereof tonight was badass.
Was.
Where do you see this one? I'm just kidding.
It sucks.
Reggie Bannister.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Tin of Phantasm.
Very
What is that? A standee?
Yeah, it's like a tin aluminum.
Oh,
foil
one
thing.
of the tin things.
Poster, yeah.
Cool.
nice.
Me with Elvira.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Her boobs look amazingly happy to see you.
Yes.
I got to
Can
see
I
him
get
in
an
person.
autograph from your boobs?
Me and
Okay, get him to hold the
Danielle
Sharpie.
I'm sure somebody's asked her that.
Oh yeah.
Oh sure, that's probably once an hour.
Who was that? Sorry, Danielle Harris.
Yeah, Daniel
Yeah.
Harris.
in the
Very
clown
nice.
costume.
On the
Yeah.
clown costume.
Nice.
That's great.
Got this autograph of Carolyn Monroe,
Oh.
Nice.
Dracula AD 1972.
Oh, such a
The
fun
best
movie.
Hammer
I
Dracula
know.
movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Ooh.
Nice, love that. Veronica Carlson.
Oh.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
It's sexy is what it is.
Down Girl.
The Maestro, John Carpenter.
Ooh.
John Carpenter.
Nice.
Wow.
Everyone's favorite grumpy old grandpa.
Who hates Rob Zombie?
He is a
Hates
grumpy
everything.
bastard.
I love him. I love how grumpy he's just a great
Grumpy old man. Let's see, I got Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Nice.
Me and Barbara Crampton.
Nice.
Judith O'Dea from Night of the Living Dead.
Oh,
Cool.
Very neat.
Crazy.
We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah.
they're horny, Barbara.
There you go, Felissa Rose.
There you go.
Her boobs look happy to see you too. You must
Absolutely.
have boob powers.
Uh-oh.
What else I have? I guess that's about it for now. I got
Very
more, but you know,
That
I don't
was
have all
great.
night.
That was
I love that.
That's great.
Thank you. I love
Mike
going to like the
Brackenham.
conventions and stuff and getting autographs and pictures. I got one coming up this week, actually.
Ooh.
Very neat. Hopefully you'll be feeling
Can't
better.
wait.
Yeah, no
I hope
doubt.
I feel better by then.
Make sure you're taking that good cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the NyQuil.
Good shit.
That top shelf Cuban blow.
Hey, careful with that NyQuil. It's a fucking killer.
Especially
Just
the Q.
If
Just
you
remember
just
to
keep-
stir the
Tony
cocaine
Montana shit.
directly into the NyQuil and then take it,
Yeah.
Perfect.
I hear
Just
that's
remain-
perfect.
Remember to keep a charged cell phone attached to your ankle. That way, if you end up someplace where you don't know where you are, you've got an easy way to find yourself back to where you need to be.
Always have
Or
a
if
plan.
someone calls
good
you and you
advice.
feel the vibration, it means you can still feel your feet.
That's all
Yeah.
good.
That's
Ketamine's a hell of a drug.
Next up, guys, let's see some of your favorite horror books or magazines that you love.
I did good on this one. I'm ready.
All right. Go for it, man.
All right, so first up we got Deviant. This is the shocking true story of Ed Gein.
I've
Oh,
read
wow.
So this is a great book, great
It is.
read. And if you're into true crime and sick individuals, then that's the book to read. Next up, we have this big, huge tome called Nightmare USA.
Nice.
This book has pretty much everything there is about everything.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a great book, and I read through it and find movies I'd never ever heard of before, and try and seek them out, see if they're on YouTube or Tubi or whatever.
it. Very neat.
And I dug this one out for pretty much Sean. I'm not a huge Hammer horror guy, but there's the Hammer Vault,
Nice.
which
Yes.
is pretty much everything you need to know about Hammer horror.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I'm not a big Hammer fan. I'm sorry, Sean, but when I saw this book, I had to grab it just because of all the artwork and write-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Very
it's a good one that I pulled. And then I pulled all 6 of these. It's called The Dark Heart of Cinema Fright Fest Guide.
Oh.
Nice.
So that's exploitation movies.
Wow.
And then the next one is number 2, monster movies.
Very
They're
neat.
pristine. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 3 is ghost movies.
Ooh, nice. I think I've
Number
seen that one at
4
Barnes and Nobles.
is werewolf
Oh, I love
movies.
that. Oh, I love that.
Oh, Company Wolves.
Nice.
That's great.
Oh, I love that.
Marty, take note.
Next is grindhouse movies.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Number 6 is vampire movies.
Ooh.
And
Ooh, we gotta
they
get that
just released a number 7, which is up on pre-order, and it's Mad Doctor movies.
Ooh,
Oh.
that could be fun.
So eventually I'm going to have to get that one too.
Very
Of
awesome.
course.
Those
But
are some
there you
nice
go.
books.
That's my selections that I pulled.
They're beautiful.
But yes,
Awesome
I do
stuff.
have a lot of books.
Really cool stuff.
Very cool
Thanks,
stuff.
man.
How about you, Marty?
So I've a couple of I love thrifting, and I always try and pick up movie kind of making of and stuff. I have this. This is Clive Barker's Nightbreed, the making of.
Ooh,
Nice.
You got a script. You've got concept art. Speaking of Clive Barker, he actually had a TV show on BBC in the early 90s. It was called the A to Z Horror. You can actually find the show. It's up on YouTube. All the episodes are up. But he just goes over everything from Hammer horror to horror comics to Japanese cyberpunk horror.
I also have that book, and it's fantastic.
It's an awesome book. You're dead right. This one, Sean, you might find interesting. Again, being an avid comic collector, I can buy this, Tales to Tremble. It's a horror annual, but it also has comic strips. And half of the comic strips are based on Hammer properties. So you have a comic strip version of Twins of Evil, comic book versions of the Castle of Dracula. Let's see what there's basically I think the entire Cranstein trilogy is done in comic book form in this.
Awesome.
I can buy it in a Thrifty's picked it up. And last but not least, this cost me a fortune back in the day, but it's well worth it. It is Friday the 13th, Crystal Lake Memories, the companion piece to the 10-hour documentary. This is a fucking
this is a
gorgeous book. It was worth, I think I picked it up for €80. If you drop this on someone's fucking skull, it will kill them. But regardless, it's just a gorgeous.
You can hurt somebody with that.
Gorgeous
valuable murder
book.
weapon.
600.
Why would I ruin that? Why would I ruin the book just to kill someone? No.
Well, I'm coming over.
Use the book to fucking crack someone's head open. But yeah, 300 pages, 600 colored photos, 200 interviews. I think I got a bargain at €80 when this came out.
Yeah. You did, yeah.
Yeah, I also have that book, and I can attest to everything he said, except I do think I might have paid a little less.
Now, does it double as a machete?
But it is a great companion piece to the documentary.
Nice.
Yeah, I have that too. The Blu-ray.
Sweet.
Very awesome.
Marty, does it come with a machete?
No, but as I said before, if you go up high enough, you could crack someone's fucking head open.
And that's not in keeping with the movie, though. I mean, it really should come.
I get it. It's more of a Buster Keaton kill rather than a Jason Voorhees kill, but still.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just if you want to classify your kills a certain way, a lack of a machete will make a difference.
Yeah, they should have included a machete bookmark.
Yes,
that would have been awesome.
There you go. Causes deadly paper cuts.
Either that or do like Adam Savage's book where you can literally turn it into a hammer.
That'd be awesome.
Jesus Christ.
That's fantastic.
How about you, Jen and Christian? What you got?
Well, I have a few things, but nothing as cool as what Marty and Phil have. But my two the books that I'm going to show, one of them's more nostalgic, and one of them's just kind of a sweet story about the horror community. So for my nostalgia, I have kept these. These are like when I was a kid, and I adored these books when I was a little kid. And I let the boys borrow them, but they had to give them back to mommy afterwards.
Scary stories.
Scary stories. I adored the artwork, and these are just, and it's kind of cool, like to have something from your child, still have your childhood. Yeah. I went to bed with these, and I think they're kind of cool now. So this is something I managed to hold on to from my childhood.
That's cool.
And thank you. And the sweet story from the horror community is I'm a big Thomas Harris fan, The Silence of the Lambs, and I got all the books in hardback through thrift stores, and I could never find the original Silence of the Lambs. And I mentioned it randomly in a video, and Mike Hatfield, who's like he adopted me basically. He's like my dad. He just one day I got a thing in the mail, and he sent me the last one I needed for this, the hardback of Silence of the Lambs.
Nice.
So I have a complete collection of them. Aww. And it was really sweet of him. So those are mine. And then I also have a. I'll let you show this one, Spark.
Okay, yeah, because I don't have anything. Because like, while I love reading, love literature and stuff, I don't have time, so I more so listen to audiobooks than read physical stuff. But I do love this Rue Morgue complete Phantasm history that they did for.
Oh, right.
I believe this was
Nice.
out during when Ravager was coming out, and just a very nice companion going over the complete history of the franchise.
So
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
it's a very cool little book.
Yeah.
Love that.
That is very cool. All around good.
How about you, Triv?
I don't have anything specific. I have quite a large Stephen King collection, but I feel like that's pretty normal. I do pride myself on having all of the short story ones, and I pick them up on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
And some of those are harder to find. The short story books, they're harder to find.
And there's so many great little tales, and I know that's an obvious point, but I don't know. They're my favorites.
No, because I think people that's actually a great point, because I think people really overlook his short stories, and there are just as many good short stories as there is his well-known ones.
I think he works better in short form than long form.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
at least he leaves
form.
out the weird, goofy ass sex scenes.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite short story that you've read?
So there's two that really hit me. I read one of them, like, I think it was right around 9/11, and there's one that talks about this guy that wasn't in the office building that was hit.
Yeah.
And like he finds all these pieces, and it really shows that kind of other side of Stephen King, because right, exactly. And then Dolan's Cadillac I absolutely love.
Yeah,
that one's great.
That one is great. I know both those stories, and they're both great ones. Very cool.
Awesome.
Was that turned into a movie with Christian Slater?
It was. The movie was awful.
The movie was very bad.
I'm pretty sure I saw that movie and it was very forgettable.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I read the short story. Short story is pretty good, but oh boy,
just I think it was he talked to, like, the other reason I love Dolan's Cadillac is I think that's the one he went and talked to his brother who's like a math genius or something. And he asked him all of these very specific questions about how to do what was done in that short story properly, and just the work that went into that never ceases to amaze me.
Very cool.
Nice. How about you, Monty?
I'm like Trip. I had a whole Stephen King collection. Fortunately, when we moved out of South Philly, lost it all.
Lost it all.
I'm so sorry.
Lost it all. Yeah, but I had all from Pet Cemetery, Dolores Kingston, what's that other one? I forgot that one. Can't remember the other ones, because I had like at least 5 of his novels. The Shining. Yeah, I had all of his novels, but unfortunately, that's the problem when you collect a whole bunch of stuff, and unfortunately, when we finally moved out of South Philly and moved to my grandmother's house, most of all that stuff got lost.
Oh, that's awful.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll show off a couple of mine. One of my favorites here is On the Set with John Carpenter.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Nice. Look at that on the set.
Yeah.
So there's like
pictures.
Background pictures.
Oh yeah, all kinds of stuff from the sets of the movies, and
crazy.
It's great. All his movies, like I'm guessing Deborah Hill there. Jamie Lee.
Ooh,
nice.
Looks good there.
And I was gonna. Phil took my pick there. It's like my favorite book. This is like the Bible of Hammer right here.
Let's cheers it. Come on, cheers, buddy.
Awesome stuff.
Oppa!
Oppa.
And yeah, I got that one too. Crystal Lake Memories.
Nice.
Now, if you worked out with the Hammer and the Crystal Lake Memories books every day, would you get absolutely ripped?
Probably would.
I can
My
see it.
glutes are huge trying to take it up and down from the fucking shelf.
And Jen appreciates that, I'm sure.
He does.
It's just like moving your goddamn copies of the stand.
You got some gluteus to the maximus.
Yes.
Well, somebody mentioned in the chat, which is my favorite magazine, Dark Side.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
I always buy it. I buy this like every time it comes out. I love, like you said, the artwork is absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, that the cover art is always fucking top notch on those magazines.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot. They do cover a lot of the Hammer stuff and Amicus and stuff.
As they should. You
Yeah,
got to
great
keep those
stuff.
things alive.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, those are some of my favorites. All right, now we're gonna get down to the physical media, baby.
Woohoo!
DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS, 4K, whatever you got, some of your favorites are. Let's see them.
What about my CED collection?
Laser disc.
Yeah,
Laser disc.
I don't care if it's Betamax, whatever.
Oh, trust me, if I still had all my beta tapes, we'd be here all night.
Oh, no.
This is probably a dumb question, but how long was beta a trend? Like when did they like how many years did it
Beta
kind of
came out, I think, about several months after VHS, but unfortunately, because VHS just dominated the market, Beta just had like maybe a 6-month low.
Yeah, I don't remember
It didn't last too long. It was just better quality, better color, better quality. Unfortunately, it was just marketed as well as VHS tapes were.
Porn decided VHS.
It was also a little bit the big thing that that helped VHS win over Beta was actually the porn industry because it was way cheaper to shoot on VHS tapes as opposed to Beta tapes. And
Yay,
the porn industry was actually what decided that ultimately because Beta sales wise, besides like for just the regular movies, was comparable, but the porn. It was way cheaper, and so all the studios went to VHS, and that's what decided that battle. Same thing with DVD
it's easier to record on VHS than it is for Beta, even though the Beta tapes are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Very cool.
He's going to get his massive VHS.
I hope so.
His Beta
the
porn.
big stack ready.
He's going behind the curtain that only adults go into.
Yay! I'm here for this.
You know what? I'm proud to say that because of Tropic Thunder, I learned the fact about porn and how it decided VHS and Blu-ray instead of HD DVD.
That brings back memories of the old video store where you had the adult section that was behind the curtain.
Movies for mom and dad.
Like way in the back.
Way in the back behind the curtain. It's like this. You can't go in there. You're not an adult.
Pull out like a fake ID.
I feel no
Did
one's
you
gonna
get
be
kicked out of there,
surprised
Monty?
by this, but I want to start a vintage porn collection.
Yeah, you actually do want to collect all
I do. Like I want to VHS and
The
stuff.
old
I want to
70s
collect
stuff.
I want to collect it all, and even further. Like I don't know where we're gonna put it in Marty's apartment.
Wherever you do, you have to put it behind a curtain.
You gotta get a porn stash, Charlotte.
My mother's going to be the last person in my family I'm introducing you to.
That's why you keep it behind the curtain, as long as that curtain isn't over top of a window.
Yeah.
Fun fact: we didn't really have curtained off rooms. It was just the video store just used to tape white pieces of paper over the VHS. And on a school day, myself and my mates are going, let's pull the fucking paper off the VHS and fucking tear out again. So yeah.
And this is why those workers hated your guts.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny you guys say that because the horror con that I'm going to this weekend, they have Ginger Lydon there.
Ooh.
Who's an old like 80s porn star. Like, what are
tell
people
her I'm a
gonna
big
bring
fan,
their
Sean.
porn videos for her to sign? Like,
Sure,
They
people
should.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There are a lot of people who do that.
Big fan. She's
those big oversized boxes.
wow. You gotta tell us. You gotta give a video, Sean, about what she's like. I've always wondered. I've been a fan of her work for years.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Well, she was in a couple horrors, like a couple of Rob Zombie ones and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. He was a fan as well.
Yeah.
That's why you two bond. That's why you like him so much.
Not to jump ahead a bit, but it's amazing how many porn stars, like watching all the documentaries and stuff, it's amazing how many porn stars show up in like the slashers of the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
That's
it makes
true.
sense, but it's not something I expected.
They go together well.
Yeah, it makes
They
sense.
do. They very
It
much.
works really well.
The other thing is as well, I think a lot of fucking 70s and early 80s, a lot of horror directors worked on sleaze kind of movies before they got into that, like, you know.
Yeah.
Even Wes Craven.
Yep.
I'm not sure how I feel about TYTD having the Evil Bong stash box set.
They're movies.
They
They're
are definitely
behind
movies.
the curtain.
I don't know how I feel about him having Nuki.
You know what? I say more power to him for Nuki. That thing's hard to come by, especially after Red Letter Media did their thing.
Yeah, that didn't help that movie's.
Now, how many copies of Nuki did they have up and
Like 100,
yeah.
over 100. They just shredded.
Well, I
With the
found it
exception of
hard
the one
to
that-
come by just to after I watched the movie. I couldn't come for like weeks.
Did you have to do that while I was drinking?
I was waiting for you guys.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So Marty, not a Nuki fan.
God damn.
Oh, Nuki.
What did I miss?
Welcome to the Nuki portion of the horror Hangout. We do every year, month.
Sean, I just gotta say, I love you, man, but it looks like you're doing the Pablo Escobar every 10 fucking minutes on that fucking screen.
Oh wait, I have a mirror here. Perfect.
Hang on, I'll join you.
Sean has a credit card.
Everyone gotta do off screen show.
See if I can. I'm gonna join you here, Sean. I can't get down there. Damn it! Too many ribs.
That just looks like you're in
I should have seen this going.
Well, it might be. I mean,
Like,
I can't get down any lower. Sorry. I tried.
I did it for the new. Oh my god! God damn it, TYT!
Oh
That
boy.
was good.
So what'd
Come
you
on,
grab there, Phil?
I didn't grab anything.
Oh, I
But
thought you
you
were getting
want
like
me
a
to-
big stash of stuff.
You want me to show you some stuff?
Yeah.
All right,
And
we're
your
talking
cocaine
about
as well as your stuff.
I like this
Oh
big
my-
Psycho box set.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Comes with everything Psycho.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Psycho, Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Psycho 4, Psycho, the German director's cut, Psycho 98, Psycho Legacy, Bates Motel, which was a TV movie
I was about to ask. you
Yeah.
about
with
remember that.
Bud Court was, and then 7852, which is the documentary on the shower scene, I think.
Oh, wow.
So
Where
yeah.
did you get it? That is beautiful.
Really nice.
This was very limited. I think they only made 400 of these, and I was lucky enough to just order. This was Turbine
Oh, man.
Nice. Media, and it sold out fast. So I just,
I would
you
expect
know,
so, yeah.
Why? Jesus, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
so I like that one.
You would be psycho to miss it.
Yeah.
This is a newer one. I just got in
Damn
recently. The
sexy, yes.
Last House on the Left.
Oh,
Little
wow.
box set there.
Oh.
Damn.
I'm kind of open. It's like a book like that. You have all the bells and whistles
No kidding,
inside.
Wow.
3 like media books and hardcover book. Pretty nice set. That is
Very nice
from who's this from? That is from Turbine Media as well.
Mhm.
I got stuff like this is the Leprechaun collection and a nice leather book
Ooh.
Marty, what are your thoughts?
with a
Sweet.
wooden drawer
Look at
opens up. You got a gold coin in there. Blah blah blah.
Showing
is
some
the
love for the
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
That
No
is
doubt.
too
Hey,
nice of
hey,
a set for those movies.
Hey, Trib, we got to let Eric know
Give him
about
the
that.
royal
Oh,
treatment.
no doubt.
Here's
We
the
should set up a
Maniac
GoFundMe.
Oh.
set that came with my Maniac statue over there.
Oh,
Oh,
Cool
Wow.
Maniac set.
that is beautiful.
You got 6 discs, I think, in here.
wow.
Oh.
And
This is
then
finally the moment where you're going to become a physical media collector.
a
Oh,
book
man.
in the middle with all the bells and whistles.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow. Marty,
And
I think Ken may
then-
need you.
3 more discs on the back there.
Nice. That is gorgeous.
Pretty nice Maniac box set there. I got Midsommar Director's Cut
Nice.
Very nice.
Wow, I never seen
in
that.
this.
You still haven't seen Midsommar?
Wow.
It's nice little book edition. So
Oh.
the disc is in the front there.
Wow, how
And
cool.
then this book has like crazy just
It's got a book.
Midsommar inspired art.
Looks like Japanese art.
Oh, that's
Wow.
it's got a book.
It's got a book.
Oh, I didn't know it had a
Yes.
book. Oh, that's awesome. I love that
so-
movie.
We love that movie.
So it's like
Marty,
Oh, you
Uh,
still haven't seen Midsommar?
it's like a 60-page book in there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's nice.
And there's the bear burning on fire.
Wow.
Oh, I framed that.
She clapped with the bear. The bear's on fire.
What should we put on the back? Let's just do the burning bear.
That must be super rare.
That has to be, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here's, Return of the Living Dead 4K.
Nice.
Big box
Wow.
set of that.
That's gorgeous.
That's your
That's the
equivalent to
steel
Psycho,
book.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
is. That's good.
Beautiful.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh,
So yeah, I like physical media. I like 4K. I have a 4K 65-inch television, 4K player, 4K HDMI cables, and yeah, my 4K discs look really, really pristine.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm a physical media collector.
Physical
Good taste.
media lives on with this guy, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have
you're doing your work.
probably right now I'm right around 2,500 Blu-ray.
Wow.
Probably maybe 100 4K discs
Wow.
Nice.
ish.
Mhm.
And then a whole bunch of DVDs, which we don't speak of.
Don't speak of.
'Cause they just take up space.
How about you?
You're welcome.
That was great. Awesome
Thank you. Thank you.
That was amazing. Yeah, the Psycho one, man.
Yeah, no, it's like
That's
stuff.
like a box.
I never even seen that stuff.
I never
Yeah, neither
seen
did
that
I.
set.
Fire.
How about you, Jen and Christian?
I got VHS tapes.
Nice.
From
Let's see 'em.
analog quality to VHS.
So I did a really stupid thing of like way before I started the channel where I thought I'm going to get rid of all my VHS tapes. I had a really nice collection. And then a few years ago, I started rebuilding my collection. And it's funny you bring up the Psycho because I'm a huge Psycho fan. It's like one of my favorite franchises. So I need
Nice.
part 2. And you're probably thinking, Jen, why don't you have part 2? It could be arguably as good as the first one because I am the biggest Psycho 3 fan you will ever meet. I fucking love Psycho 3. I love the whole
Psycho 3 is a
films,
good one.
but I fucking love it. And then I did on an eBay. Most everything else I have comes from thrift stores, but I did when I saw this set, I couldn't pass it up. I have the whole Phantasm set. And
Nice.
this is like another
Right.
one.
You also got those for like $5.
I did. I was like, oh my god, I have to get these. And then again from Mike Hatfield, I found the Pet Cemetery 2 at a thrift store, and Mike sent me, because it's one of my favorites, he sent me the Pet Cemetery tape, and oh my god, I love these. They're my babies. And then the last 2 tapes before is People Under the Stairs, because it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Nice.
it. And then this one did manage to escape the purge somehow. I don't remember how, but this one came from a little grocery store where they had videotapes. They had it for a very short time. Got rid of it. It's The Other Hell.
Let me grab, because there's one more. Let me grab your other tape, actually.
I don't know which one he's talking about.
Let me grab your...
The porn!
Phantasm. The other survivor from your collection.
The other survivor, I couldn't get rid of this one, and it's just a recording, and it's kind of neat. And the night that they premiered Pet Cemetery, I recorded it along with Phantasm 2 and Slumber Party Massacre 2, and it has all the
great
HBO
triple feature.
And it's just a big chunk of nostalgia, and I'm so glad I managed to hang on. But yeah, The Other Hell and these 2 are actually from my original collection.
Yeah,
nice,
so,
nice.
Those are mine. What about you?
Again, much like with books and stuff, like I love physical media to death, but I also limited funds, so it's not as impressive as some other people's. But I am a massive steelbook slut. I love steelbooks to death.
Me too.
Yeah, I it's probably my favorite format to collect. I actually recently just picked up the Arrow video release of Tremors, because Tremors is definitively the single greatest movie ever made.
Bullshit.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's a damn cough, Sparky.
And then a couple kind of cool ones I've just found happened by sheer and utter happenstance at Goodwill's are the old Gorgon video release of all 5 Faces of Death films.
You.
I got this at a Goodwill for 50 cents.
I can't find them.
Yeah, I got it at a Goodwill for 50 cents. It has all 5 of them.
And is that
I haven't seen those
VHS?
around
No,
years.
this is Gorgon Video, which I have never heard of before, but Gorgon Video's DVD release of all 5 of them.
Wow.
Plus alternate cuts and stuff of the Faces of Death films.
You can send me that.
Be sure to do that. I'll be sure to do that. And then kind of neat one. This actually happened like within the last couple of weeks. I just popped into a Goodwill and found a still factory sealed copy of the old Omen DVD box set that came out for the 2006 film. That has
I used to have
those. Yeah, it has all of them on here, and I'm not even a massive Omen fan, but the fact that it was factory sealed was kind of neat to me, so I picked that up. But those are like some of the more notable ones. But I love physical media, but also shit's expensive,
and he doesn't have any room.
I know.
And also, I don't have room for it either. Yeah,
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
How about you, Marty?
So yeah, I have a fairly big DVD collection. And I have some I love collecting weird kind of special edition box sets. This is my favorite. This is the Event Horizon.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Ooh, I never
That
seen
one's always evaded me.
Yeah, you open it up and it's actually the ship.
That is cool.
You can see tortured people on top there. And this one I got in a HMV when it was closing for fucking peanuts. It's the Phantasm box set. You can't really see it properly there, but he kind of winks at you in the ball, kind of.
Very
cool. This as well, Sean. Everyone probably has this. Dracula Legacy Collection. It includes Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, and House of Dracula. Really good box set. And Blu-ray wise, because Tremors, as Christian said, is one of the greatest movies there is. I got the 4K edition. Comes a really good book, DVD, a poster, really cool poster, and it was a postcard from Perfection as well. Oh, here it is. It comes with a postcard from Perfection, and also a biological study on graboids. And lastly, before I forget, I fucking hunted far and wide for this, and it just turned up in my CEX. I don't think you guys have them over there in the CEX kind of secondhand electronics. store. Battle Royale Blu-ray comes with both editions of the movie, making of the movie, director's cut, comic book, posters, and collector's cards. So pretty awesome.
Really cool.
Nice.
Really cool.
Very nice.
It's a very rare stuff there. How about you, Monty?
Okay. Speaking of still boxes, I had to have my favorite found footage horror film, Cloverfield.
Nice.
Yeah. One of the advantages of working for Comcast.
Oh,
Did you hear that Cloverfield 2 has the go ahead?
Really?
I heard.
Oh.
Yeah, yes.
Interesting.
Yes. They also
Cool.
got me this nice Terminator 2 DVD box set.
oh,
Nice.
sexy.
Yeah, I believe it has both the theatrical and the ultimate DVD, and the theatrical and the uncut version of T2.
Nice.
Nice.
And of course, one of my favorite buys. A quiet. Shh.
Quiet, please.
I'm glad y'all like them.
This is where we get quiet, huh?
Ironically, this is where we get quiet.
And thanks to Jen and Christian, both
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire Saw collection,
Oh.
both DVD and Blu-rays.
Very cool.
I forgot about that.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Was that
Both-
a contest or something?
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, it was a
our
contest.
first. That was our first contest. Yeah.
DVD versions of The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, starring Brandon Fraser.
Nice.
Oh, I should say Academy
Good
Award-winning Brandon Fraser.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Yes.
Dudley motherfucking do right.
I was going to say George's Jungle, but you know.
Oh, what was that stupid one with Pauly Shore?
Oh, and
He was like,
Encino Man,
Encino
or-
Man?
Eight Man,
I think
Eight
Encino
Man
Man.
or something.
Yeah.
No, Encino Man,
Encino
yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Running Zombies rule.
They're okay. They have their merits.
And although this is not considered horror, but Bloodbath, some of the bloodiest wrestling matches in wrestling history. I just included in that
Wow.
because it's bloody. And of course, Christian's favorite series, Scream 3.
He's turning
I
around.
like
on
one
it.
movie now. I like at least one movie now, so there's that.
At least he likes one movie.
At least he likes one in this series, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
That's
was the
basically-
MTV series or whatever.
No, this is Scream 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the
Oh.
actual. Yeah, Scream 3. Yes, I actually just got this. Thanks for working for Comcast. I got this as well.
Nice. Excellent show offs, Monty.
Very,
Very
very
nice.
Nice. How about you, Triv?
I feel kind of like a bit of a basic bitch when it comes to this. I have a fair horror collection, but it's nothing really of note. I do have a couple of pieces that I'm really proud of. This one was like the first, I guess, kind of bigger thing I got. It's the Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And it
TV
is
show.
such a great, just every big movie, and it introduced me to so many great Hitchcocks that I had never seen. Like Rope, which is like,
I love
just-
Rope.
oh my
Mhm.
god, it is fantastic. And The Trouble with Harry,
Great one.
oh my god, so many good ones in addition to the classics. So it did a lot to introduce me to Hitchcock and kind of start me on a proper horror journey way back in the day. So that's pretty special. And then I got the Video Nasty dual ones.
Nice.
Nice.
And I apologize, they look really weird and janky on screen.
It actually adds to it.
Kind of does,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But fantastic. They do all the trailers for all the Video Nasties, and really awesome documentaries. And if you can run across them, they go through Severin, and they're fantastic. I also got WNUF, the Halloween special, which is just so much fun. It's a great one. I'm looking forward to getting the second one at some point. And one I'm hoping to get that I haven't gotten yet, but hopefully it's coming up soon. For like maybe the Black Friday, but Killer Condom. I love that movie.
That
And
movie is genuinely great.
It is so good.
Didn't
I love
Vinegar
Killer
Syndrome
Condom.
just put that out?
They did, and I didn't get it this time round for Labor Day, but I'm hoping to grab it for Black Friday.
Nice.
Like just a collection of it, and just the movie itself is so good.
I love Killer Condom. That movie is
God.
really great.
Oh man, I remember when I first saw that film. I'm like, what in the hell?
Well, I remember when I tried to review it, the only copy I could find was like there were 2 YouTube versions of it where like one was in English but it had subtitles on screen. I'm sorry. One was Italian and one was in English, and neither one of them were great quality, and it was just like I must find more out about this movie. That's all I got.
Very awesome.
That was really
I'd like to
good.
get
Yeah.
that.
I have the Video Nasties 1 and 2, and they are awesome.
They
Yeah,
are so good.
I gotta get
they
that.
are fun.
Mhm.
Absolutely so.
All right, so I'll show off some of my favorites. Like Christian was saying, I love the steel books too. And this one I just got recently is one of my favorites. I think it just looks so cool. The Fright Night
Very
Oh,
nice.
4K steel book.
Cool.
That has been in my Amazon cart for ages.
The
Soon.
Halloween 2 steel book. I freaking love that.
Nice.
Mhm.
very
The
nice.
Wow.
Lori in the back quivering in the corner there.
Oh, you don't mean Rob Zombie's Halloween too?
No,
I
that's one
don't.
you and me would have. I love that you actually thought it was Rob Zombies.
I was like, wait a minute.
The Night of the Demons steel book.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
That's a
Nice.
beautiful one.
that is so sharp looking.
It is.
Love these. The Universal Monster steel books are really cool.
I get that.
We had a few of those. They're nice.
And this one is freaking awesome. The Tombs of the Blind Dead.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've not seen that.
It's good.
Oh yeah, really nice
Nice.
from Synapse.
Yep.
Cool.
That's a good one.
Pretty.
Templar Knights.
Ooh. That's some damn sexy Templar Knights.
Yeah.
I do have that, Sean, but I also have the old coffin box set.
That's the old one, yeah.
Aw.
Cool.
I hope they release some of the other ones like that, you know?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Because I like all the sequels.
Yeah.
Oh, Night of the Seagulls.
This is my absolute favorite cover of all time. The Brides of Dracula.
Dracula.
Ooh, nice.
Cool.
Scream Factory. That's just beautiful.
Nice.
Scream Factory does a great job.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Alone in the Dark. Love that cover too.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's a good
Really
one.
good slasher, actually.
And you got the,
Yeah.
you know, the inside of the old movie poster.
Wow.
Canadian.
The
I believe they got
Godzilla on Criterion Collection. Really cool. It's got a little pop-up thing when you open it. It's funny. The like, raw.
Nice.
I have to get both that standard release and the goddamn Showa era box set from Criterion at some point.
Yeah.
You can do
it.
My wallet says otherwise.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Patience, young
Luckily,
grasshopper.
there was a sale. They had a sale recently, 50%
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian, are you looking for the next MonsterVerse movie? Action
actually-
series.
Yeah, I'm interested. I've
It's
enjoyed
a
the
series,
Monsters.
isn't it? Yeah, with Kurt
Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell and Wyatt are playing the same character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested. I think it could be fun. I like the MonsterVerse for the most part so far.
I got the Night of the Living Dead,
Oh,
Criterion, really
Okay.
nice too.
Ooh, sexy.
not the
Nice.
one I'd want.
The love the art on the it's badass.
Oh,
Mhm.
It's a graveyard. They're in a graveyard.
They're
I
on the
like
great
that.
one.
I like that.
You like the great one?
I like too.
Got the Phantasm reissue there.
Cool.
Nice.
That's not a boy of a collection. That's a man of a collection.
That is a very tall man of a
Nice.
Builds
collection.
have eyes on Arrow. Really nice.
Oh, I
Got
wanted that set. It had
That's
the
really nice.
posters.
Oh yeah, it's got all the.
I have that.
Oh.
Just rub it in.
Oh. Those
Yeah,
posters
inside
were
it's
awesome.
got all the cards and stuff. You know.
Oh, rub it in, Sean.
Still goes on. sale
Awesome
once in a while.
stuff.
Now, do you have part 2 like that?
No, I don't think
Oh,
that's worth
oh.
buying.
But Sean, that's the one where the dog delivers the last story via flashback. Come on, man.
You need
Put the
you need
bird
that dog.
in,
You
get
need you need that dog flashback, Sean.
You gotta have it. Every movie is enhanced vis-a-vis dog flashback.
Absolutely.
The
bad.
Bloody Valentine.
Ooh.
You like Bloody Valentine?
I do. I prefer 3D.
One of my favorite covers. I was so blown away when this came out. I was like, they're finally bringing it out. I can't wait to get that.
Baby.
Beep, 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 beep.
Finally, we can see old lady getting her head crushed by basketball in beautiful
Yes.
HD quality.
Hey, it makes a difference.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does.
Her head just shatters like a plate. Got this great. This is one of the series that kind of got me into Hammer. Here's like 8 classic Hammer movies in there.
Ooh.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Brides of Dracula, Kiss of the Vampire, Paranoiac, Curse of the Werewolf.
Nice. Yeah, that's one thing I will say. For as low res as some of those like 50 packs are, that's a great. For me, it was a great way to kind of get into horror more so.
Yeah.
Because you had a large selection of movies. The time when quality was important, but not as like you kind of hone yourself as you go.
Yeah,
True.
absolutely. I'm the same way. I cut my teeth on those terrible Mill Creek 50 movie sets. I still have them. They're still some of my favorite things.
I
in my
have in
collection.
mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, I love those. The quality is fucking awful on them, but that's how I cut my teeth, so they always it's like my old. It's
It's
like,
like
my original
horrible
Hammer.
transfers.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I'm just like, no, I'm never getting rid of these.
How many times do you own Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, like 70, like 70 times probably overall.
Well, I
the
eat
multi-packs
your
I have.
skin, or
The Killer Shrews.
Oh man, I love Killer Shrews.
Killer Shrews.
And I will attest,
Like-
if you've ever heard of the movie Things by Barry J. Gillis, TYTD has like 7 copies of that across various formats. So
Why?
because he must.
Isn't
Okay.
there there's a new Things box set where it comes with all 7 things?
Actually, Sean, can I chime in with a question? I know we're going a bit off the reservation, but out of all of us, what movie do you guys own multiple copies of the most?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one.
probably Halloween, the
Yeah.
original Halloween. I got a lot of copies of that.
Friday the 13th. God, everyone owns at least a billion
7
copies.
7 or 8.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Friday the
that's good.
13th for me.
It's
You own
either
a couple.
Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw for me.
You own quite a few High Tensions and Phantasms.
I do.
Pet Cemetery also.
Pet Cemetery posters.
Yeah, probably Pet Cemetery is yours. I collect like various releases of the original Evil Dead on various formats, but I still think it's
cool.
probably the original Night of the Living Dead if I count all the separate releases on those Mill Creek sets that I have, because I have a shit ton of those.
You do.
Of those public domain sets.
Yeah, so do I.
I think it's various Hitchcocks for me. I have like, I probably have 3 different sets of Hitchcock.
They have
Yeah.
ones like that for Hitchcock with 50 of them.
Oh yeah.
I have them.
And they also have like the 39 stabs and the
Jamaica Inn, and
Jamaica
all of his early ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Everything you've never ever heard of.
Exactly. And some of the ones that are really like, just because it's not like North by Northwest or Psycho, they're still fantastic movies in their own right.
Yeah.
And here's
this is one of my favorite DVDs, The Howling. I love that cover.
I have that one.
That is sexy as hell.
Nice.
Still the best werewolf transformation ever.
Really good quality DVD. You know, this is like as good as a Blu-ray, really.
Yeah, it's a nice set. I have that one actually.
Sean, do you have the other Howling movies?
Yeah, do you have all the other Howling movies?
Nope. Not a one.
Yeah.
Where's my
funny.
Howling box set, Scream Factory?
Exactly.
I need to see Howling 8 in HD.
That's a country
That's the
western.
country music one, yes.
Yeah, see the Freaks.
Hey, The Freaks is all right. I will vehemently defend those
Oh,
first three
God.
Howling movies, and I'll defend some of the sequels. I like The Freaks.
I like part 5 where they're in the castle and it's
Yeah,
kind of
the
like
murder
the
mystery
10 little Indians, Agatha Christie, who's
I-
the killer,
I-
except
I-
it's
if
like
I'm not
who's the werewolf.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't part 5 kind of the closest to the actual original adaptation? Because it's based off a novel,
Like
and I
the
think
one,
it's
the
I know
original
that.
Nightmare or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that is
the
a
Howling was
classic.
based off a novel, but I think part 5 was sort of the closest it got to the
Yeah.
source material.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
And
I
Howling
really
4
like
is
part
the
5
remake.
where they're in the castle. I
Me
love the
too.
setting, and
I
you know, you
think,
have those hidden passageway doors that open up and shit like that.
I think the silliest one was the marsupials.
I love the marsupials
Oh, God.
Yeah,
unironically.
that's an Australian
Why?
production.
I love the marsupials unironically. That movie is genius. They're fucking werethylacines. It's great.
Let's be honest though, guys. Nothing beats Christopher Lee going around Transylvania in shutter shades while Sybil Danning is just tearing off her clothes perpetually. Come on, we got to focus on plot here. Come on.
Howling 2, Your
Storytelling.
Sister's a Werewolf, Jim / Sterba Werewolf Bitch is low-key one of my favorite movies. I adore that film.
I still
Christopher
love
Lee
the fact.
apologized.
It's fun to watch. I have to admit.
It's fun to watch. Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
It's fun to watch,
Ooh, that.
and the song they play was decent.
I love that song. I have that song on my iPod.
Little
That song's
striptease
great.
at the end.
I do too.
Yeah, no, that song's
I-
great.
I still love the fact that Lee went up to Joe Dante on the set of Gremlins 2
Gremlins 2.
and apologized
Nice.
for starring in it.
Listen,
That
Joe,
just makes me love
want
that.
to
Was gonna
apologize
be
for
like the
being there.
original. That's probably why he did it.
What's up, us only?
Yo, Rick, hola.
What's up, Rick?
Yay.
Definitely a paid
Rick.
check for Christopher Lee. Got this, the Creep Show
Oh, the nice. That was nice.
from
Nice.
Scream Factory. Really nice. Comes with a cool little book thing. I absolutely love these Halloween 4Ks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're nice.
They're really nice. That's signed by Nick Castle.
Nice.
Nice.
I got a
That's
box off
that's
Etsy
about it.
for my first 5.
We don't have all day, you know, so. Ooh, yeah.
Well,
Love that. Look
So
at that.
just
That's like
stores
custom,
the
right?
first 5. Yeah, it's like Etsy.
Awesome. So, next up, guys, I thought it would be fun to ask, since the recent news about, Disney, when they're in Australia and New Zealand, they're not going to release their movies anymore on physical media. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think this is a sign of physical media dying as far as having movies available in stores and like DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff? What do you guys think about that?
Well, they said that, but then they're also regarded it's only one release, but they were talking about releasing every Disney animated movie from Snow White up to Elementals,
yeah.
like for $1,500, but it has a whole bunch of other stuff with it. I don't think Disney is consistent with any message. So I don't know. Who knows?
And then you have the whole weird thing of them announcing originally, like I think it was a WandaVision Steelbook that didn't have any discs in it, and then they got so much backlash for it, they actually included discs in them, or including discs in them now. But like, Disney's bizarre with how it's very obvious they don't care. But now that I think with how much backlash and attention it's gotten, I'm sort of wondering if they might be realizing, maybe there might be a little bit more lucrative adventures we can put into here.
And then Disney, like they did this when I was a kid, where
the Disney Vault.
Yeah, the Disney Vault. So this isn't anything new they're doing if you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think
10 years they'll come out with all of them.
Well, I remember people would buy up the VHSs because they think that'd be the only way they'd ever see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that there's people like us, like we all do collect different stuff, but I think there's always this subgroup. I don't think it's ever going to completely go away or die.
I feel
new ways to get it.
I feel like physical media is going to, and it already kind of has started this over the last few years. It's going to shift to a little bit more of a boutique label thing, kind of like how vinyl was in the 2000s. Like, and then it kind of comes back, and then YouTube videos of people show off their collections and stuff will bring attention to it again. It'll become kind of a trendy thing, kind of like vinyl. It has kind of gotten a resurgence again now recently. I almost see kind of similar thing happening with physical media possibly over the next 20 years or so.
It's exact same as VHS. People are collecting VHS right now like crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not collecting VHS.
Because one of my Instagram friends, Gabby, she's a huge VHS collector, and basically she'll put up little VHS tapes that she's found and it's found. So it I really don't know. The Disney machine, they always make these weird announcements, and whether or not they're going to go with it or not. Just like what Jen said with the Disney Vault, and it all depends on what the market does. That's one of the things. It depends upon what the market does, because just like Dan said, Blu-ray and DVD sales are literally doubling year to year. So I don't know if we're going to see the end of physical media, because just like with this video we're doing right here and everyone else does, people want to show off their collections, and as long as it's still marketable, companies are still going to release their stuff on physical media.
When you look at things like Empty Man, the fact that one didn't have a physical release, and it was gone from, was it Netflix, whoever had it, like there was quite an outcry, at least amongst, and I know it's amongst our community, but it was still the fact that there wasn't enough of an outcry that hopefully, those things get a second chance.
Yeah, because that's the thing, that since we live in a digital age now, it's especially like after this shit like Warner Brothers pulled with like taking a bunch of stuff off of Max and getting rid of stuff and basically wiping it from existence from any legal sense. Like, so those shows and stuff they took off are still available on like piracy sites and stuff, but there's no legal way to, those shows basically don't exist anymore. Or you have like with Paramount recently, it was funny because they literally announced that the Grease series that they did was canceled the same day it was up to win for Emmys. A show that never existed by their logic was winning Emmys, and they suddenly put it back up. Like,
funny.
What worries me more so is just like the preservation of all this stuff. So where my issues come is I want to see, like, even if it's just like a janky, shitty Mill Creek DVD, I want this stuff to still be available in the future, even after like these streaming services have gone bunk and stuff. Yeah, the digital files and stuff will be out there, but I would like it besides just
physically.
Besides just random people putting bootlegs out into the market every once in a while, I'd like it to actually be available for people.
Might be tougher for newer movies,
Yeah.
Well, and there's such a, at least among, and I guess again it's a matter of communities, but you look at like the pre-code movie people, and the like what is it, something crazy like 70 or 80% of the movies made before I can't even remember the year, 1920 or 1910 are gone. And
completely eradicated.
The masterpiece is gone.
There's such an effort. I mean, whether it's Scorsese or whoever, there's such an effort to try and preserve and to find copies of all these things, and the places that they've shown up, it's like Doctor Who levels of like, how in the hell did that end up there?
Yeah, like what was it, like Event Horizon? They found the like not the original uncut version, but like the closest thing we have to it now in like a salt mine in Transylvania somehow.
Yeah,
how did it end up there?
Vampires, obviously.
Absolutely. But with those things, there's such an emphasis towards that, and yet they're not looking at it like we're having those conversations about things now that we have full control over, but because it's a money thing or whatever it might be, regarded storage is expensive, but it's still they seem to forget that these things in 50 years, it's going to be the same way that we look at that.
The cost of keeping it now is nothing of actually, eradicating it.
Yeah,
like that price is way higher.
Because at the end of the day, it's the art form of the 25th century. Like if we're going to preserve stuff in like the Louvre and stuff and paintings of that time, it may sound silly to like, oh, we need to preserve the video dead, but no, we do. That was someone's art form that they wanted to create.
Thank you. Like, that was a fantastic movie.
To preserve the video dead.
Yeah, like to some people it might sound goofy, but it's no sillier than preserving a painting that
Well, it's where we get our humanity from. Movies we learn things from.
The art
and we learn about the past with those. Look at you could look at any movie from the 1920s, and even though it's clearly staged, there's a lot of control there, but it's still representative of an age that we don't have, and it's like you say, it shows the humanity of it and everything. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way to learn about the history of a certain era. I love using film as like a gateway to learn about a certain period of time and looking at like, well, what was happening at this period? Like the Red Scare and like that boom of 50s sci-fi films is one of my favorite examples of it, along with like the Lavender Scare that was going on in tandem to it. Like it's such an interesting thing to do research on that and then look at the films that were coming out around that time and see how the culture was affecting the art forms.
And the Hays Code.
The Hays Code, and how people worked around the Hays Code in various creative ways.
It tells what they don't show tells you as much as it does.
Yeah.
I think that's like why we need like these companies like Arrow and Screen Factory and Synapse and all that to release all these kind of obscure films and preserve them the way they do, and
like the Kindred
keeps it alive. If those companies
we finally got the Kindred.
Header.
We need to preserve Mac and Me for future generations.
We need to preserve Howling 3: The Marsupils.
Absolutely. Oh, Triv could not take the Mac and Me thing. She was like, nope, I'm out. Fuck this.
Screw these guys.
Chased her away.
We need to
I gotta ask a question about that real quick. Is it weird to get a crush on an avatar? Because damn, she was looking fine.
She's gonna love.
I think the kind of reliability on streaming services, it's really a double-edged sword because the amount of shit that's taken off streaming services
regularly
sucks. You have to pay extra, like if you don't want commercials.
Yeah,
and I never find half the shit I want.
But for that, you just have to think in your brain back to the time when you had commercials. Because you watch TV. There were commercials all the time. So be like, all right, I guess there's commercials again. Big fucking deal.
Hey, look, I grew up during the 70s, so I'm used to all the commercials. Hey, look, it was only 3, 6, 10, 12. Then you had the USF channels, 17, 48, and 57. Back when I grew up. So it was like, I have no problem with the commercials.
So if I go to Tubi and I'm like, I want to watch this cheesy B movie that I've never seen from 1980, and I press play, and 30 minutes in, there's a commercial. I'm like, all right, commercial time.
But the other thing is you have to take into as well real world factors like the cost of fucking streaming services is going up. People aren't going to fucking be able to afford keeping up with the cost of streaming services. And in some places, internet can be shit.
Yeah.
Your internet can be shit. So it may not be worth it.
I pay for good internet.
Good for you. Lucky you.
If you live across railroad tracks, it's a little harder.
Yeah.
But Tubi is free, you know. That's
Tubi
better
is
than
free.
the...
Tubi is free. YouTube pretty much for the.
But the other thing is, guys, as well, Tubi is a United States exclusive.
That's true.
So
I'm in Canada.
You know?
I'm in Canada. I get Tubi.
Well, maybe Western Hemisphere, we'll call it what you will. It's just not available worldwide,
everywhere.
And that's a very kind of.
That's right, Mr. Dan. Dr. Shock was the man.
Similar, I think, with Shudder. I forget if Shudder's actually fully, but I know for the longest time we used to get comments all the time of people saying, "I'm in other countries. Is there any other way I can watch it?" When we would talk about something that was a Shudder exclusive.
Yeah,
I believe they've gone worldwide by now. But
the other thing is Canadian Netflix is very different than the US Netflix. Now, I'm lucky enough to have a VPN, so if I want to say I'm in the States, I can. But yeah, if I didn't have that option of VPNing to the States, then I'd have to deal with like the Canadian Netflix and then my friends saying, "Oh, I watched this on Netflix," and me going to watch it and it's not there because they're in the States.
And then I've heard stories of people just like not even like the streaming, but like they have it like, you know, in the cloud and then it's just gone.
God. The people who have like exclusively digital movie collections or like Vudu and something. Yeah, the people who have like I feel so bad because I've heard plenty of people because you're not owning it. You're just basically getting a digital license for it.
Yeah, and you pay like $20-something for that.
Yeah.
Sean, I think Triv might be in the back room there.
There we go.
There she is.
Sorry, my computer decided that didn't like what I was saying.
Oh,
I hate when that
We thought it was
happens.
because of mention and me. We thought it was because of that.
No.
Nice laptop. Nice laptop.
I basically have a potato, so.
But I think TYTD made a good point there. I think streaming network services work best as a sample board, places where you can go check out movies you're not 100% confident in.
Yeah.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem right now with some of the movies that don't do well in the box office because most people are saying especially with not horror related, like with the Flash and Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Most people are saying, "I'm just going to wait till it appears on Max." Wait for it to air on Max. I mean, that's the whole problem with that right now. We're just going to wait. We're just going to wait till it comes to streaming.
Yeah, and it also comes down to just a problem we're just in. We're like, shits get too expensive for a lot of people to justify. Like movies are a luxury for a lot of people. Like that people can't afford to justify like taking an entire, even if it's just like a family of 3. That's still at least like $30
spend like $500
or 40. Yeah, to go to the theaters and see something, unless you like have like a matinee or a theater does like a half off day or a $5 ticket day, like you can luck out with some of those. But
even then, because you got to get unless you have a big purse.
Yeah, unless you have a big purse for a nice puffy jacket.
I need that movie theater popcorn though, man.
Yeah. Like unless you do something like that, like you're paying a lot of concessions and stuff, and it's just a luxury that a lot of people can't justify.
And it's a lovely luxury.
It is a really big luxury and stuff, but why, like Monty said, why waste time watching it and going to paying that much when I can pay a little bit more for an entire streaming service that it'll be on in a couple months?
True, but there's something about
your living room, watch it.
Oh yeah,
I absolutely agree. But like, and it's like Monty said, it's hurting the actual movie industry quite a bit because you have that. I'm calling it right now. I think the fact that Exorcist going same day to Paramount Plus is going to really hurt that movie's box office. I'm expecting that to not perform well, honestly.
Didn't they do that with one of the Halloween
They've done it with the last 2 Halloween films.
Halloween, they did it with the last 2 Halloweens, yes.
Yeah.
They did okay, but they still had diminishing returns with each movie because people just like, watch it when it hit on the same day when I can watch on Paramount or something.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, why go to the movies? I could just go ahead and watch it on that Friday after I finish work and just get my review up.
Go to that last TYTD reviews comment.
That's coming.
Well, and
out.
how many movies get
4K Wicker Man set coming out later this month? I did
Nice.
pre-order that.
Well, and how
I
many
need that Wicker Man.
movies?
$70.
The
Yeah.
bees, not the bees.
Better fucking.
No, it's not the remake.
No, I know.
Oh, I was
I
gonna say
know.
someone's charging $70 for that goddamn remake.
I knew it
Not
had to
the
be the
bees!
Christopher Lee one.
Not the bees.
Oh
Not
God,
the
I
bees!
hate that movie so much.
I think it's all right. I think it's kind of neat.
It is
You
fun.
just open up the box and bees come out. Ah.
That would be great. I'd pay 70 for that. But no.
Wait a minute, didn't Jason and Joe do a positive spin on that movie?
I think they
No.
did.
Were they
I think
high
they
at the fucking dock?
Hey, look, they did a positive spin for Exorcist 2, The Heretic. So
The Heretic's not that bad.
Fine.
Locust Cam.
Look,
I mean,
it's got
No,
it's got James Earl Jones fired tomatoes
Yes.
out his fucking mouth. What more can you fucking ask for? Let me
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Marty
I
knows
still don't
what's
think
up.
they made a special edition of that, did they? Exorcist 2.
I don't think so.
Oh man, no.
Not even not even a DVD of special edition.
No, the thing I really like about Exorcist 2, because I talked to this with Joe and Jason when I had on my stream talk about their positive spin series, is the bug on the stick when the locust is supposed to be Pazuzu spinning around. I said, no, that's special. That's just a cheap special effect, having this one stationary bug in the middle of the camera, and he's supposed to be flying around. I said, wow, they really thought really put their mind together to put that one on the screen.
I'll take James Earl Jones's dad working for a pedophilic chef. That's what I'll take.
Such a niche thing.
That's where I would go. But that's just me.
Good for you. I know you love Sleepaway Camp.
They
honey.
call them baldies where the pedophilic chef is.
Yes, honey. I'm familiar with. I too have seen Sleepaway Camp, honey.
I don't know if I'm going to be introducing you to my family at all. You come over here.
You're too young to know what's on your mind.
I love how they're so nonchalant about
The guy
pedophilia.
laughs.
Oh man,
That movie.
Marty, I can't wait when you introduce your family, your Jen to your family.
I may have to hire a decoy family to fucking
Howdy, y'all.
That never turns out well. Don't ask me how I know.
You need a Jen doppelganger or something.
Well, Jen arrives and goes, "You never told me your family's from Calcutta." Oh, I was adopted.
What you need is a invasion of the body snatchers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Jen Pod.
Yeah.
$100 Coffin Joe box set. God damn it! I don't need it, but I need it. But I don't need it, but I need it. But Coffin Joe.
Bruceploitation.
All right, I got 15 minutes left.
Shall we get on to the final topic?
It's the final
Yes, why don't we?
Topic.
Da-da-da-da-da.
One more line.
So-
Reload.
TYDD, I may take you up on that offer.
What?
It'll be Marty's dad for $50 in a Burger King kids meal. There you go.
You've got yourself a
Crown
deal,
included,
sir.
though. Do not
Crown
sit
included.
down on the crown.
Just a
Yeah,
heads up,
no.
Marty. TYTD
Dude.
is a ginger.
Look, I'm fucking.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
take it. Look, dude. You know what? Given the situation, I'll buy you a fucking extra large meal, king size meal. Okay? All the stops. As much barbecue sauce as you want.
And an
That's
extra
going to be hard
copy
to
of
explain
things.
the ginger hair, though. Yes, even though it's a recessive trait.
You know, you wouldn't think that that a logo would be a ginger, but he is. Oh,
Okay,
he's proud
guys,
of you.
last topic of the evening.
Proud of you, son.
What are some of your favorite horror-based documentary films?
Ooh.
Mm.
Good ones.
You guys okay if I go first?
Have at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Okay, so I have two. One was on the special edition of The Hills of Eyes. It's called An American Nightmare. It's really fucking good. It's got interviews from Wes Craven, Toby Hooper, anyone and everyone in horror. George A. Romero, John Landis. Fantastic documentary. Goes from Cronenberg to Texas Chainsaw. Everything and anything between. Well worth a look. The other one I actually picked up because I crowdfunded it. In Search of Darkness. I really like it. Bar one thing, James A. Janice. Man, I want to strangle that fucker. Honest to God. I like his dead meat. Yeah, did you get the posters with yours, Sean?
I don't have the poster now.
No, I got two posters and I got like a bunch of slip cards. But it's an awesome documentary. You got like interviews with different actors. I think Cecil from Good Bad Flicks does an interview. But again, James A. Janice, his fucking voice. Everyone is being candid. They're being very personable about their thoughts in different movies. This dude is just fucking riling off stuff like it's an episode of his YouTube channel. And it gets on my bollocks every fucking time I hear it. Those guys also done another documentary all about the movie Aliens, which I'm gonna try and fucking pick up. But yeah, In Search of Darkness and American Nightmare, two fantastic ones. Also TYTD, the Video Nasties documentaries are fucking awesome as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta see that.
Mm-hmm.
You can borrow my copy.
Is it Triv? Is that the box of the band that you have?
The video for God's sake, the Video Nasties one is the same one that TYT mentioned there.
Yeah, they came on the last disc. There was a bunch of band movies, and it was called Box of the Band.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I was apologies.
No, mine's with you, Marty.
No, you were right. It's the same one. Yeah. It's just
nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Phil?
I did grab the In Search of Darkness. I got the box set with all three.
You got
Very nice.
Wow.
And I did get the posters with this.
That must have been pricey.
Yeah, it was not bad. But yeah, great documentaries. Part 3 is like 6 hours long.
Yeah.
So it's really good to put on for background if you're having like a day off and you're just chilling on your phone or, doing housework or whatever. You just throw it on for background and it'll run for 6 hours. Crystal Lake Memoirs, that's a good one. I think he mentioned the Freddy one with what's his name? Part 2 Freddy.
Mark.
Scream Queens.
Mark, yeah. That one's a good one. The Freddy's, what's the Freddy documentary called?
Never
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Never
Sleep Again's a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little stop motion they did for each segment of that one.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And it's nice seeing what some of the actors look like currently.
No,
if that makes sense. When they're like being interviewed, you're like, oh, they didn't age gracefully, or oh, they still look exactly the same as they did in the movie.
Yeah, true.
So that's kind of fun. And then there's a great documentary. I have it a couple times, but I think the one is on Pieces from Arrow, and it's 42nd Street Forever.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like when they go back to 42nd Street and show all the, the porn theaters and exploitation theaters, and there's people that lived it telling stories about, someone doing their laundry in the bathroom of this exploitation theater. I think like that's a great documentary, 42nd Street Forever. So if you get a chance to see that one, you should give it a watch.
Very cool.
Nice.
Good recommendations.
Those are all really great.
Oh, thanks.
How are you, Jen and Christian?
The one documentary that I really love, and I don't know why more people don't talk about it. They didn't even really talk about it that much when it came out. It came out in, I had my notes, 2018, I believe.
2018, 26, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and that's horror noir, which is basically just I wish they would have gone in deeper. That's my only complaint.
You wish it was longer.
Yeah, I wish it was longer, but it's basically we're for black horror history, and there is so much there. It isn't just the black friend getting killed. Oh, yeah. You've seen it? Yeah, it is. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
It is.
It is, and you get so many horror icons, like actors and directors, and some people some people you only have heard about, and oh my god! And I like how we're going. I like how the documentary leads into where we're going in the new direction and stuff. And representation. I actually read some reviews about the documentary, and there was one idiot that said, "Oh, this is just woke. Who cares about this?" Representation is so important, and it's much like with queer horror and things like that, and it's so important. And like it's nice to see, and like the scene where they show in Night of the Living Dead, you can be boss down here, I'm boss up here. I mean, it's so iconic.
Yeah, and I think you have like I think
Ken Follett.
Oh yeah, it's Ken Follett just going like that's history right there. It's so great because you get to see. And one thing I really appreciated about horror noir was getting to see like. Not necessarily like August, but like people like they were, if you've been around the con circuit, they're friends and stuff. But like two actors you might have never seen interact with each other, and just talk, shooting the shit like best friends, talking about like horror movies and stuff. That was really cool too.
Yeah. It really was, and hearing all these names and stuff, that and going through the whole history, even to the early days,
even to the very early stuff and the racially questionable and dubious stuff.
Yes,
more contemporary stuff like Peel,
and how it shows that they kind of went from the villain to finally the hero to the dead friend. I mean, we go through all the different phases, and it shows a part like Triv was saying earlier, it shows our history. Like that's a part of our history. And again, representation is so important. I wish we could have Native Americans.
I wish there was enough film history to actually talk about like Native horror and stuff. That would be great.
And the same
horror.
Absolutely.
But that's my big one. And I also, for anyone, and I'm sure everyone knows about this documentary, You're So Cool, Brewster, Fight Night.
Love that one.
Yeah,
so good.
If you're even a little bit of a fan. And it gives, and I love, like, I don't believe it's true, but I love how Jerry Dandridge and
Chris Sedan and the actor who played the ghoul, they talk about like how the friends like kind of was like, oh, were you guys a couple?
They weren't. No. Jerry Dandridge was not, but it's fine. But no, they were just good friends.
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, so those would be my two biggest horror. But really, guys, if you haven't seen horror noir, check it out. It's phenomenal, and you're going to see some great people in the documentary. I don't know why more people didn't talk about it.
It was hyped up during the time, but it has
where watch
Shudder.
It was, I believe
it was on Shudder. Yes,
I'll watch it.
Yeah. It's really good, and you're going to see some really great people.
There is also an anthology film that is also called Horror Noir that is also exploring Black horror, but the docu is Horror Noir: History of Black horror.
Yeah.
And the anthology film's not bad either. There's some cool bits in it. I'm just gonna rapid fire through some because I love horror docs. Like Phil was saying, they make great background noise when I'm editing videos. I throw on like the In Search of Darkness films and horror docs or video essays all the goddamn time
stuff
while I'm editing stuff. So I'm just gonna rapid fire through a bunch of really good ones that I highly recommend checking out. Hail to the Deadites is a really good one talking about the Evil Dead fandom. Leviathan, the history of Hellraiser, and Hellbound, Hellraiser 2 is an excellent piece, much like I believe it was even done by the same people who did You're So Cool, Brewster, and just goes in depth to Hellraiser history as you could, all the actor interviews and Clive Barker interviews you could possibly want. It's in the Basket, really good basket case documentary going over the history of the three films with Frank Henenlotter, just being Frank Henenlotter and kind of giving ribbons, and even talking a little bit about like Brain Damage and Frankenhooker and the other stuff from Henenlotter's career. Let's see, Smoke and Mirrors, Tom Savini's documentary, really good one. If you just know nothing about or know a lot about Tom Savini, you'll learn stuff. And one that has proved very useful for me since we're doing the Tales from the Crypt retrospective is Tales from the Crypt from book to television is just going over the history of EC Comics as well as the production of the Tales from the Crypt show for HBO. great one there. Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, just great one, learning about like Mark Patton's life afterwards and the tragedies and the greatness that came after, and him kind of like getting to kind of resurge, and the love people are showing him now after the film's really found its audience.
And also, guys, if you have not seen Swallowed, it's not a
Also
documentary,
great.
but it just came out this year. Guys, if you love Mark Patton, he Swallowed. It's amazing.
He's really good.
He is fucking just.
He's really good in it. Also, Shudder is continue on Shudder. Their Queer for Fear documentary series from last year. Well, I wish they would have gone a little bit more in depth. Was also very solid piece. Woodland's History of Folk Horror. You can skip the first hour because it's just talking about like 5 British horror movies, but the rest of it is really damn good if you want to learn about folk horror and folklore from various parts of the world and various cultures in a lot of cool ways. And then real quick, I'll just mention a couple really good video essays that are basically documentaries that I really, really love. James Sharpton's Monster in the Closet, great video essay talking about the history of queer horror. Trans, A Visual History of Horror, amazing 5-hour plus documentary going over every single possibly trans character, transcoded character, and like the history and our place in horror movies and how it's evolved over the years. And finally, I will finally shut up with Praise in the Shadows did an excellent video essay called H.P. Lovecraft and the Castle Freak, talking about like H.P. Lovecraft's life and how that affected his work, and how his work came back to it, and how he was a racist piece of shit, and that played into the work, and a feminist and stuff. But a really good one, all through looking at the lens of Herschel Gordon Lewis's Castle Freak. But it's more so just talking about H.P. Lovecraft's life and using that as his jumping off point. Sorry for eating up so much time, but I really love horror docs.
Nice.
Excellent.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Excellent suggestions. How about you, Triv? What's some of your favorites?
I kind of hardcored them since we kind of decided, or since the subjects were kind of decided. My personal favorite was Document of the Dead, which was kind of
George Romero. Yeah.
I had that on DVD. It's great.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of documentaries, and to see, like, there's that way that people do those like modern docs, but to see it done like in just an 80s way, I absolutely love the way that it's laid out and all that stuff. So that really spoke. I mean, all the rest have kind of already been mentioned. Like, I really enjoyed the folk horror one on Shudder. That was fantastic. There was so much of that stuff I didn't know, and so it was really interesting to kind of make those connections. The horror noir and the queer the one
Queer
that
for
Christian
Fear.
Yes, thank you. And it's amazing how like you can look at like say classic Universal monster movies or any of that stuff, and they speak to so many different people regardless of what you what you see, and I love that it follows on so many ways. So they're all awesome. Like, yeah, those were probably my faves.
Excellent.
Good choices.
Nice.
Excellent.
How about you, Marty?
I've already gone, but I've 2 more I can mention.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If you're a fan of Alien 3 and wonder how the fuck that movie got made, Wreckage and Rage, it's actually on the quadrilogy box set.
It's on this box set, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It like the fact the movie started off as monks in a floating cathedral, to seeing Alec Gillis put a whippet puppy in an alien costume just so they could get the Bambi burster. That's pretty cool. And another one I just thought of as well is Brains, the making of Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, more brains.
More brains. Thanks, Phil. It wasn't the girl who played Trash, but it was the girl with the blue hair. She went for an audition to Dan O'Bannon's house. She came into his living room. He had loads of ammunition and weapons on a coffee table and hardcore pornography on his TV. And she had to do an audition. And she was like, what the fuck? It was the most uncomfortable audition I ever did. But it's an interesting documentary. And you get to know a bit more about the actors and what they had to go through. So it's well worth a look.
Very cool.
How about you, Monty? What are some of your favorite horror docs?
Yeah, Jen stole my thunder with a horror noir, but
Sorry.
that's okay.
I love that documentary though.
Yeah, it was a fascinating documentary. I think one of the parts I loved about it the most because it actually focuses on how black were portrayed in horror films, especially during the 70s with the black exploitation horror films like Blackula and Abby. And of course, people laugh when I say, yes, there was a Black Frankenstein.
Blackenstein.
Blackenstein. I cracked up when I first heard that movie because a good old friend of mine, a high school friend of mine, his name was Lee, and he was a 70s aficionado just like I am. And we love growing up in the 70s, and I'm pretty sure he would mention the same thing I would, watching all those black exploitation films, especially Blackula, Abby, and Blankenstein. That's just something that's really affected our childhood because seeing something like that, and it's like, wow, they look like us. So it's very fascinating. Just like with the Little Mermaid, the live stream Little Mermaid, you see all these, these black kids are fascinated by the fact to say, hey, look, Ariel, she looks just like me.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was very fascinating. I also like the fact that when we actually see for the first time, I think one of the reasons why I really love Demon Knight, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knights, we actually have a black final girl in Jada Pinkett.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That rarely gets mentioned because I actually did a series about black final girls, and I picked with Jada Pinkett's one. Marty, you should know this one, Aliens versus Predator.
Oh, Sonia Latin.
No, she's one of that one, and that's what you get to see. Get to see the black actors. Tony, I think Tony Todd and I think Kim Foray were talking.
Yeah,
they were talking, discussing about how black, how everything changed throughout the time. Even now, thanks to Jordan Peele, now even before Jordan Peele, but now more black people are becoming more heroes as opposed to just being villains. Or do we have to die first all the time?
Look at The Rock; he was Hercules.
Yeah, I know that was funny. I said, "Wow, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some flack about that." Hercules is woke now.
But it's true.
No, honey.
So
no.
The Hercules is doing a live action of Moana.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
But look at him. Marty would kill me. The
Prey.
Look at Prey, and like how stoked we were. And we're Native American, doesn't show, but we are.
Yeah, just strong German genes, but we are. And that was super awesome to get to see a fully native lad and native, the first ever native final girl with Naru. That was super cool. And I love
the language.
Yeah, and I loved the bit going back to the Woodlands folk horror documentary. I love the bit where they do briefly talk about native folklore and native folk horror, and they have this, I believe he's a professor, talk about how he actually feels about the Indian burial ground trope and stuff. And he's like, I've actually kind of warmed around onto it because the idea is white people getting punished for their indiscretions of what they've done to the land and stuff, and it's kind of silly that it's just these one cursed locations, but that's kind of America. America's one giant Indian burial ground. He says it a lot better than I do. But I really love. That was oh my god, somebody said it. That was awesome. I have issues with that folk horror documentary because of the first half, but that second half is stellar, where you're just going through all kinds of different folklore and history.
Yeah.
I mean, just like I want to see more black final girls. I want to see more trans final girls.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes. That's what I would like to see. We all
more Angela.
Give us an Angela or something like that. Give us Jamie Clayton Pinhead. Give us a bit or what Alice Mayo McKay is doing with her films, and she actually has a slasher movie that's out this year, and we're planning on doing it for Halloween. And it's another really cool one. There's little pockets, but it's starting to get better. But I would still love to see more of that.
Four Flies on Grey Velvet. I think that has a transvestite killer.
Yeah, it does.
And also, what's that other one that I just thought of? But no,
Dressed to Kill.
Dressed to Kill. That's it.
Yeah.
With Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
It's
Michael Kine.
Michael Caine.
it's
Master Wayne.
it's not a
Blade in the
horror
Dark
film.
was a Jallo with the transvestite killer.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, my other favorite documentaries, other than the typical The House that Freddy Built or the Order,
That's
you
good.
know, that one like there is Terror in the Isles.
Yeah, that's a
I was
great
wondering-
one.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
an old
wondering when
classic.
someone was going to mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Jallo, there's a good documentary, All the Colors of Jallo.
Yeah.
Yes, that one's great.
Mhm.
Not to be confused with All the Colors of Jello.
That one was hosted by Bill Cosby, and it's very awkward now.
He was giving women drinks the whole
It was
time.
really awkward choice to have him be a bartender.
You want to
I
avoid
just
the
wanted her to lick my pudding pop.
Which is a Spanish fly flavor.
He makes a joke about it in like a 1970s comedy act. He's literally joking.
He makes
Dodging
72 references in his Guide to Family book that was released in 1991.
Yeah. Yeah. No one saw it coming, though. No, they didn't because they were passed out.
I was gonna say that's what she said, but that would be rude.
You're going to hell.
I know.
Well, I think those were all excellent choices, and it is 9:08, so I gotta go.
All right,
Time
Phil.
for Phil
It was
to
a pleasure to
go.
meet you.
Lovely having you.
But yes, I
Thanks
want to
so
say
much
thank you
for
for having me
coming,
on.
and
It
you
was
did an
lots of
awesome
fun. You
job.
guys are all awesome, and keep up the great jobs with your
Thank you.
channels and your lives, and
And to
be
you.
good. Be
That's
good to
right.
one another, and be awesome people, and enjoy life because you only get one, and you're just along for the ride.
Hell yeah.
All right, Phil.
Bye.
Goes for you.
Peace
Well
out. Love
said,
you guys.
well said.
Out.
Bye, Phil. Thanks for being on.
Woohoo.
So we're totally gonna rob
just
him
a
later. That's an
couple
agreed
of
upon
mentions,
thing. We're all gonna rob him later. We're all gonna go to his house and rob him, right?
I'll bring my killer pineapple.
You want that deadly
There you go.
spawn figure, don't you?
I want that deadly spawn. I'll get you the psycho.
Thank you.
This was secretly.
I know.
this
I
whole
was saying
thing
I'm gonna
just
take the
us
cycle.
faking
I'm gonna take the cycle book, the cycle box set.
Yeah, this was just secretly
He
us. just
wasn't a
faking
guest.
ourselves
We were
apart.
just
Oh, that's a
casing the
beauty.
fucking joint.
Yeah,
That's
that's
casing
basically
the
what
fucking
this
joint.
stream
Wasn't
was.
a guest.
We were just scoping them out.
What do you mean
Sizing
you're
them
never
up.
coming back?
Remember that guy, Phil? He had such a great collection.
Good times.
Shame of what happened, man.
Good times.
Good times.
Woo.
We all just suddenly have a bunch
All
of
I'm
random
gonna
stuff.
say
in
is
the
I'm
back.
glad I live in another continent from you fuckers. I don't want you taking it.
Hey Marty.
Wow.
Hey Marty. I'll take that the one American Werewolf figure.
You in your arse.
I know what country you live in. I will find you.
We know your address.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Drifted by
Ooh.
me with a milkshake
There you go.
and
Yeah.
Burger King.
Well,
I don't know. I think we should
It's
track
a
down
sad
Sean as well. You know, he's got a lot
time
of good
for
stuff.
Halloween fans because this is all we have. This extremely outdated documentary.
So
Can we get an
surprised there
updated
hasn't been-
Halloween documentary for God's sakes?
I am so surprised that it never got one, like its own equivalent of like Never Sleep Again or Crystal Lake Memories. I'm still surprised it hasn't happened
Yeah.
yet.
But who cares about Halloween?
I mean, I don't, but I'm surprised it hasn't happened. If Leprechaun can have one, why not Halloween?
I know,
Marty, did you want
Leprechaun,
me to
for
try to
God's
track
sakes.
down that Leprechaun box set that it has a coin?
Hey, Dan said we can hop with the ferry.
There we go.
That's the other one I forgot. Yeah, I think it was from like maybe the 90s or the early 2000s. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre documentary was fantastic as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I
was-
forgot.
that
I
was a
totally
good one.
forgot to mention that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember which one that is, but yeah, I know the one you're talking about. That is a great doc. Honestly, a lot of the- like,
Is
that's
this
another thing
one
going back-
that's similar to Crystal
Oh, his
Lake
name was
Memories?
Jason?
That's a
his
good
name
one.
was
Yeah, I
Jason.
know what I'm
That's a
talking
good
about.
one.
That one is
By
good.
Tom Savini?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one is good.
Mhm.
And that's kind of going back to the physical media thing real quick. That's one thing I also kind of miss about is like you used to get those really nice like making of featurettes and like mini documentaries that were actually really interesting, like that they don't do anymore.
Right.
Look at on the spit on your grave.
Come 2010, a lot of DVDs just went vanilla.
Yeah, like I'm buying this for more than if I'm dropping $20, I want more than just the movie. I like the movie a lot, but like I want at least a commentary track or a making of featurette. It doesn't have to be a feature length thing, but you know,
it just kind of went out of fashion.
Yeah, because like even if I don't like the movie, some of those things were really cool, or they gave me a new appreciation. Like I know a big part of what made me turn around on TCM3 was your review and watching Jeff Burr and the rest of the thing talk about the production of that movie.
The hell,
that's on the TCM3 DVD. Like that was a really good making of featurette that kind of made me really appreciate that movie.
And a lot of the if your name is a Carpenter or Craven, people might not get to hear those stories.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that making of featurette, like no one's going to do a definitive documentary about TCM3 of all things. Would. Like it's not as prolific as the first film, so it would get glossed over, sadly.
Jen can make one about Psycho 3.
That's true. That is true.
All right.
I love Psycho 3, guys. It's awesome.
It's a perfect movie. Jeff Fahey plays the banjo naked.
No, you're not setting it up right.
Sorry.
Jeff Fahey is naked with his guitar, and his dead mother's corpse is sitting in the thing with Woody Woodpecker going, ha, 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 and he's singing to the corpse. It's awesome, and he's naked, and he has lights. He sets up the lights, and he just been with his poor girlfriend.
Hey, Jen.
He overdue the medication for a cold.
I was gonna say, is Jeff Fahey naked in that movie? I didn't quite get the idea that he was.
No, he was naked. No, he was. No, it was a nice scene.
The only thing I heard was Jeff Fahey is naked.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
That's really all you need to know.
Yeah, that's how you see that movie.
Marty, can we recreate that scene? You have a chair.
If you help me make a documentary on the making of Night Beast.
Yes.
Fuck you, Marty.
Hey Jen, why should I see a Psycho 3? Oh, Jeff Fahey's naked in it. Sold. All I needed.
Marty, I would drop towards a Kickstarter for Night Beast.
Cool. I love that movie.
Oh,
it's like Predator. If Predator had a special cousin who like was really kept in the fucking cellar and fed applesauce and had to get a special bus to school, that's Night Beast. It's like, he wears clothes, but he like has a laser and eats people. He's a simple lad. The Predator's like, no, he's like, he brought Cecil to the family fucking dinner again. He's shitting everywhere. That's what Night Beast is.
Is Night Beast more special cousin alien factor because that guy wears jeans?
That's true.
Me a smidge more, I think.
But Marty loves redeeming love. That's one of his favorite movies. He wants to do a special documentary on redeeming. You know, especially because your culture. Don't forget the Irishman with the frosted tips in 1800.
Fuck that movie.
And they get to go to a laundry, Marty.
No, the only entertaining thing about that movie was you burst out laughing when a woman was dying from consumption. You just could not stop laughing.
Consumption is hilarious.
It is really funny.
And she's dying.
It's a whole knee slapper. Were we talking about documentaries?
I think Doug wants to shoot us all.
You know what else we could make a documentary on? The meeting of TYTD and Marty and their growing relationship as father and son.
Yeah,
they get to throw the gay football around.
I'm gonna put TYTD up on my shoulders and buy him a balloon.
Why are you putting your dad up on your shoulders?
Fuck,
you were supposed to do that with Christian.
Logo. TYTD is a logo. He doesn't have legs.
They got shut off in Knob.
TYTD Dad, you don't got no legs.
I got no legs. You got new legs.
Oh man.
I was just gonna say one more thing on the Halloween 4K. It has the the night she came home thing with Jamie Lee Curtis when she goes to when she finally does a Comic-Con type of appearance. It's all about the fans and meeting her and stuff. It's really, really cool.
That is cool. Sorry to tangent so hardcore.
Oh,
Not
we
at all.
love that.
We like to have fun.
We like them.
That being said, shall we wrap it up, guys?
I think so.
Yes.
I don't have a condom.
Marty? Marty?
Don't lie, you kept them all in your wallet and they all broke.
Oh, hey, Marty's going to get you one
On that
again.
note, we chased Marty away.
That was so perfectly timed.
No, Marty is just going to
Christ.
grab you something to wrap it up
You
with.
killed Monty.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
You killed him. Son, come back.
I'm back. I'm back now. I've come back now. I've come back.
We love you, Marty.
You murdered
Oh,
Monty.
boy.
Good, wholesome family entertainment, guys.
It's safe sex.
Sean, there goes your channel.
TYTD says, "Son, come back."
I've returned now. I've returned.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, my
Anyway,
God.
guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Another excellent
man.
stream.
Hey,
Great topics.
Trip.
So much fun. And it's great seeing everyone's collections and everything. And
Hey,
yeah, I think
just
it's
imagine-
important to talk about physical media and horror. I think it's important to touch on that.
Absolutely.
And I think we did a great job.
Yeah. Hey, Trip, just imagine Jen appearing on the Deadly Venoms.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, no.
Holy shit.
Get her on.
Oh, no. Put it this way. By the point the night's over, Night's channel would be dead.
Oh God. It'd be it'd be Hellraiser bloodlines, but so much more.
Mixed with Pet Cemetery bloodlines.
Night's channel would turn into a giant lament configuration.
That'd
Cool.
be cool.
In
Nice.
space.
In
In
space.
space.
That's where we should have the next horror hangouts in space.
Yes.
You guys have been threatening it
That's
for
been
years.
that was the original running joke. Every movie needs to be set in space, so we may finally. It is Halloween.
I mean, technically,
Yeah.
my theater is on the 2D plane, but I don't think that counts as space.
I think it does.
Does it?
Sure, why
Oh,
not?
cool.
I think so.
Yeah, I like to think it's right next to Frankenfurter.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Rocket.
Damn it, Janet!
God damn it.
Anything you guys want to plug before we go? Coming up on your channels, Monty?
Shut up. Shut up. I'm muting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've left myself wide open for that. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, you left yourself over for that one. Let's see. Just because I did a channel update after we got back from our vacation, I'll be reviewing all the Exorcist films before Exorcist Believer comes out. Yes, even Exorcist 2: The Heretic. Yeah, I'll
I'm
be.
proud of you,
I'll help
Lauren.
you.
You even gotta go there.
Yeah,
Proud of you,
yeah,
man.
I will talk about that. Yes, and probably will get more in depth with The Exorcist when Believer comes out, and it's going to be pretty interesting about what that movie is, and
Yeah.
will it be more successful than David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy? We will find out. And of course, I just put up my trailer reactions for Totally Killer and Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
Ugh.
And I'm going to see if I get an opportunity this week. I'm going to see Birth and Rebirth because I know y'all
Hell
guys.
yeah.
It's a great one, Monty. It's a
Great
great
movie.
movie.
Great flick.
Loved it.
I hope it's better than Perpetrator.
You'll like it. You'll like it. It's amazing. It's an amazing
cool
film.
flick.
Yeah,
Okay.
really great. Real smart.
Monty, are you going to do a reaction to Fall of the House of Usher? The trailer just dropped today and it looks really fucking good.
Ah.
I haven't checked it out yet. But hopefully, if I don't see it tonight, I'll see it tomorrow, and then I'll do a trailer reaction for it.
Cool beans.
How about you, Jen and Christian? What do you got coming down the pipeline? Let me just add more to fuel to your
Christ.
fire.
You should know this by now, Sean.
You have to choose your words carefully.
Very carefully.
Don't choose your words
Marty
carefully.
between my
Keep-
legs.
Sound girl. Aren't you supposed to be sick?
Well, I think
He is in the
she
head.
doesn't have
In
an
the
issue
head.
with that, Christian.
We have finished up season 4 of Tales from the Crypt, but we will have our ranking out probably sometime this week. Maybe a review or two or something. Maybe we're hoping to get our top 10 for 1994 out sometime within the next couple weeks and stuff. We're a little more quiet because we're sick, and there may or may not be some sort of month-long project coming up that we're working on.
What could possibly be coming up?
I have no idea.
What you're talking about?
No idea at all. But yeah, so we're around. We might be a little more quiet than usual, but we're around.
Yeah, and I've got a cold, and I don't know if you're catching it.
I might be getting a cold. Also, hopefully this coming Saturday, we will be hopefully finishing up our horror movie icons tier list that we've started. Hopefully, we'll be finishing up, and boy, howdy, do we get to talk about some characters next time. we get to talk about both a bed, a tire, and a washing machine.
Oh, dude!
Oh, man.
That's fantastic.
He's really go deep with
Don't
that
forget
series.
the condom.
Not as deep as Marty.
Oh, boy.
Balls deep in Marty.
Oh, boy. I feel you, Marty.
Where's that fucking bottle of
I
whiskey?
feel him. I'm
Where's
the
that
one
fucking
that
bottle of
feels him.
whiskey? God damn it. God damn it, Jen.
I'm the one who said it.
I think we killed Trivial Theater.
I'm deflated.
Balls deep in Marty is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
That's just
man.
the first episode.
The show's gonna be rated TVMA.
Oh, man.
It always has been.
True.
Oh, God.
So, Triv,
How
what are
about
you
you,
doing
Marty?
besides
What
dying?
do you got coming up?
What have I got? Well, I gotta find some way to survive fucking Jen.
You love every minute of it.
I do. I don't know why though.
Aw.
I have a review. Because my video game reviews have been doing fairly well recently, I'm actually gonna maybe focus on them for a while. I'm gonna be reviewing Predator Concrete Jungle for the PS2. I have some figures hopefully coming in the mail, and I want to try and get to see Equalizer 3 when I get to the cinema and do a review of that. So
Yeah, Kelly and I saw that when we got back. That was pretty good.
yeah, Denzel, can't go wrong with Denzel. I haven't
No.
seen one movie.
Indeed.
I haven't seen one movie he's bad in.
Hey, Full Moon's got a podcast coming up
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow.
Very cool.
Nice.
Nice.
How about you, Trivial Theater?
So I have it's kind of a weird selection. I'm doing a collab on the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie with incredibly creepy moments like a guy's mouth demon appearing out of Donatello, which is always a good option.
Always a great time.
Absolutely. I'm also doing
Cool.
I don't specifically have a Halloween or a spooky month layout yet, but I'm doing Blood-Sucking Pharaohs from Pittsburgh and Bloodbeat, I think.
Oh,
So,
I love Bloodbeat.
Nice.
and I might wait with that for a little while, but it's kind of I've got on this blood theme and I don't know why, so I'm just
We have
sticking with
two.
it.
Triv, please tell me you're going to include in creepy weird moments the bit where April asks, "What's Master Splinter doing on the roof?" To which he appears through the window, going, "Come in."
So good.
I actually haven't started editing it yet, so I will. I'll see if I can. I will if I can. I will, because
Nice.
that's another one of those crazy moments. So
Was there any menstrual
Excellent.
blood in
Everybody
Teenage
check
Mutant
that
Ninja
out.
no,
And thank you guys for joining us tonight for another great horror hangout live stream. And it's going to be interesting to see what we do next month, right? Because next month is Halloween time.
Spooky
Yes.
season.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta do
It's
something
spooky
good.
time.
I don't like Halloween.
Oh man.
All right, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Everyone who joined us in the chat tonight. Everybody, thanks to our special guest, Phil's Creepy Videos. Thank you, Jen and Christian from Jen's Reviews from the Grave.
This is our
The
last
Horror
show.
Miser, Monty
We
G.
are going to be fired.
The Trash Picture Show and Trivial Theater. Thank you so
Yay.
much.
Yay.
Lovely.
And have a great
Love
night,
you,
everybody.
Sean.
All right.
Peace
Stay
out.
safe, everyone.
Sorry I'm not feeling well, and
You did
Yeah.
awesome, man.
You did
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I did the
Yeah.
best